Hi. Oh, there's already people here. I like it when there's already people here. I get nervous when there isn't. How's everyone doing? Where's everyone from? Is anybody already in 2025? Isn't there? There's some time zones already in the future, right? I should have probably asked if people could hear me, to be fair. Is anybody out there? Well, I'm having a very chilled little day. I've done nothing. I've done absolutely shit all. And I'm gonna have a little drinky drink soon. I'm gonna open the Bolly really, really soon. I'm really excited to try it. Oh, okay, we are. I think I don't think I always see the main chat. I always realised this on the last one. There we go. All messages will be visible now. Happy New Year, everybody. I don't like around the holidays having to do specific greetings. It weirds me out. I don't know like what to say or how to say it. I always feel weird about it. Yeah, I've had to reorganize my room slightly because I never have anywhere to put things down. So that's gone there, and now I have like some degree of space on top of my TV. But I'm also really scared of putting anything on top of my TV. A chaos wall? That sounds fun. I thought I'd put vodka in there, but it doesn't taste like anything. Oh, I like that you are starting to like tag each other. Say hi to each other. You guys know each other too now. Yeah, this is going to be quite relaxed. I don't really have anything planned. I just didn't want to fully do New Year's alone. I just also don't have the energy to actually physically go out and see people. You don't need to be lonely now. We've got this place. Otus is most likely in the craft room. We can go and have a look at him in a minute. You're doing your dinner. Excited to not be alone. I'm quite looking forward to going to sleep, to be honest with you. I didn't expect to be this tired, but I am very, very sleepy. Oh, your flower on Discord. Okay, I've connected things here now. That's the one thing with like being on multiple platforms is how many people have like different usernames. I'm like, oh, it's you, it's you. This brownie ain't shit. I'm gonna have another. I am going to add a little bit of extra vodka to this. It really, genuinely doesn't taste like any. Oh, I have got 2 cans of Pepsi on the go though. I also have a fun little alien dude. It's probably just in the other can, and then I'll sip that later, not expecting anything, and I'll be like, oh Christ, what's that? I also have to pour really precisely because if it goes on the lip, I'm just going to taste pure vodka, and that's going to make me not enjoy life. Oh, I can't see how much I'm pouring. 2 shots of vodka. My favourite way that anyone's ever said vodka is when she says it in Drop Dead Fred, little baby young Lizzie, when they're making the mud pies and her mum gets mad. Hello to Brunswick, Canada. Oh, New Brunswick. Am I doxing myself? It's not doxing myself if I don't live there anymore, is it? I used to live next to a train station called Brunswick. It's always fun to see when like other countries have the same place names. I keep forgetting it's a new year. Like it doesn't it I don't get the big deal. It doesn't feel any different. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't always end badly, okay? We're doing your dinner, about to take it out of the oven. What are you having? Putting with I would have preferred to put whiskey into like something like I bought chocolate milk specifically to make hot chocolates and I only had the one, but all I have in is vodka and I don't want to have to buy new alcohol because I don't drink very often. It doesn't feel worth it. Thanks for this live. You also have no New Year's plans. It's I just don't get why it's a big deal. Hello from Austria. A Bisto beef dinner. Oh, that's yummy. My hair looks very healthy. Thank you. It's greasy. I need to wash it and I haven't. I'm gonna stick some dry shampoo in it tomorrow. Hi, Pony. How am I? I'm doing well. I'm going to drink some of my vodka Pepsi and then I'm gonna be happy. I'm so self-conscious about slurping on camera, but I feel like I am a slurper. So I don't want to have to start muting every time I have a sippy sip. What's Lisa made? Black beans, rice, and corn tortillas. Yes, that sounds nice. I had a really cheap packet of noodles and my 3 little chicken tender things that I had left. Vegan ones like, hello from Vancouver, Canada. Hi. I have, oh, Connecticut as well. Am I like hitting the right time for the Americans? I don't feel like we tend to get many Americans and Canadians in here. That's really fun. I really enjoy where people are from, I can't lie. Does dry shampoo work well? It's better than not doing anything. Hi from Namibia. You're watching Lord of the Rings. That's a fantastic New Year's tradition. I haven't watched Lord of the Rings in a really long time. I also I have to watch all three of them in a direct row. I can't do it like night after night. And I also need it to all be the extended like proper editions. So it takes like, you know, like the full like 12 hours and it's a full day. I won't even be staying awake until midnight tonight. I'm already sleepy and it's afternoon here. I honestly, if I wasn't doing this, I don't think I'd be staying up till midnight. I am so tired. Hi, Helen. Oh, chicken wings USA style. It's 4:36 in the afternoon in Ohio and 2:36 in Arizona. I miss Arizona. I've been to 2 American states, so I'm constantly just like, I miss this place so much. Like, I've been one time, and I'm probably never gonna get to go again. There's this brand of noodles called Apollo you can buy in like pound shops. It's gorgeous, better than Coca. I'm actually quite obsessive about having the Indomie fried something ones, the vegan ones. They're really good. 4:37 in Eastern America, gonna be dusk in a couple of hours. Oh, it's already 10:38 a.m. on the 1st for New Zealanders. The Kiwis are already ahead of us. Oh yeah, vodka's like the worst alcohol in general. It's not nice. It's just all I have, and I only got it. I didn't even buy that. Winter bought that because of the alien head, and then let me have it. Thank you for all the Thank you for watching all my content this year. I'm forever waiting for the video that just gets like 3 views. Oh, watching Wicked to bring in the new year. That's a good one. I was really obsessive about it. I went to see it the day it came out, and I'm really glad that I did. It's so good. Hi to Sweden, waking up because of your anxiety. Oh, the fireworks are so annoying. I really don't agree with fireworks being a thing. Oh, hello, New York. I love seeing how many, like, how like far spread I am at this point. Like, I think it's because, like, I'm so used to seeing, like, people in my area on my algorithm. I'm just like, oh, you live round here, and that's why you're popping up for me. I'm very like, how have you found me in Australia? That's insane. 8:38. So that 8:30 a.m. in Australia, you're on the 1st of January now, aren't you? You're fully in the next year. Oh, use me to avoid your in-laws for sure. That sounds mean. I've only ever had like the worst in-laws. I've only ever had 2 sets of in-laws, but I didn't like them. About 20 minutes till 2025 in Finland. Vodka is versatile, but it's not nice. Like, putting it in anything just makes it taste worse, you know? Like, if I could just drink Pepsi or orange juice and still get a little bit of a buzz, I'd do that instead of adding vodka to it. Whereas if you add, like, a nice whiskey, that actively makes it nicer. The fireworks are going to spook your dog. They're going to spook me. I really wanted to go to all the Wicked sing-alongs, and they didn't do... As far as I'm aware, I did Google it multiple times. They didn't do any in the UK. Yeah, I feel that. I fear this stream's had me more anxious than all of the others because I'm the most fearsome that I'm going to end up being a little bit burnt out and not actually making it all the way to midnight. But I am praying that I'm already starting to enjoy it, so I think I will just get into the swing of things and be alright with it. And I feel like if worst comes to the worst, I'll go and do some art and I won't have to talk as much and we'll just live. I don't know. To be in-laws or something similarly awkward. Yeah, I never knew what I was supposed to like call the family of my partner, and especially when it got to be like his cousins and stuff. I was like, "What? You're barely anything to him. Never mind me." Has anyone seen? I've not seen Fantastic Fungi. It sounds I mean, I do agree that fungi are fantastic. It does sound like it could be my kind of thing. Or looking out in Michigan. We'll all just vibe. I think the only pressure that happens here is the stuff that I put on myself. It is so purely me, I swear. I'm designing my chaos. That's the thing is I've also just been spending all my time on Discord, so I really do kind of just want to remain on Discord despite being in the middle of doing a live, you know? There's a midget thing. A midgie? It's not a mosquito, but there's some sort of like tiny bug in my room and I don't want it to be, but I also, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna be really trusting of my audience and turn off that big light, and I think I'll be doing a hell of a lot better. I think it might actually be less that I'm tired or not having a good time, and more that we're having a bit of a sensory thing from the gigantic fucking sunshine that I have in front of my face. You'd think that there wouldn't be fireworks with the weather, but they keep going off. Discord has become life, and the thing is, I still don't know how to use it. Anyone else that likes to journal but never get round to it? Yes, I have. I have 2 journals that I've stretched across the last like 5 years because I remember to do it like once every 6 months. And like I write like 10 pages when I do. I really get into it and enjoy it when I finally do it. But I never actually think to bloody well do it. Sensory needs accommodation. I'm fully aware that this looks way fucking worse than it did with the light on, and it makes the webcam seem less quality and shit, but people who've bought fireworks are gonna want to set them off. They're just gonna go for it. And especially because I don't know how it is for everyone else, but the rain's really on and off here. So like as soon as it dies off a bit, people are out in force. My treat for reorganising my room is buying enough lights to never have to. See, if like this on the screen, it looks so much darker than it does in the actual room. Mind you, I do have more lights. I'll turn on some more lamps and see if it actually helps, but I don't think it will, honestly, because I'm very like I light up the room. No, but I light up the room and not like no nothing should be directed at me, you know? Like that doesn't need to happen. That's just a bit too bright. Oh Christ. I've got so many plugs in this extension, it's a wee bit of a nightmare. I'm also not sure I'm gonna have to lean over you. Nobody look at me for a minute, just look away. That did nothing, did it? That did nothing. Can I turn it towards me and make it? It did something, right? Oh, it's as good as we're getting. I really didn't know what I was done with my can of Pepsi then. I thought I was going to turn around to see it just like pouring over something. Thank you for looking away. It's very respectful, very demure. It's snowing out. Moody lighting. My room is much darker than yours in red light. Like I have like this lamp and I've got fairy lights like all the way around. So like I can read in here comfortably, you know? But on camera it looks so dark, especially on my phone. Like I have to put on the softbox if I'm filming after like 4 p.m. because it's just pitch black. Oh, your snow melted away last night. I haven't had good snow in years. YouTube 2009 for real. Yeah. It's a cute planet lamp, right? Yes, get your treats. Is the Myers-Briggs Enneagram type the one that's like INFP, TS, and all that stuff? Because I did do that at one point, but I never remember what like my letters were. I just remember that it told me that I was like Frodo Baggins and Fox Mulder. I really want the salt rock lamps, but it's not like not safe to have them around cats, but like Otus licks everything if he can, and he would absolutely lick it and like sodium overdose or some bollocks. Like I definitely can't get one. See, whenever snowstorms are like gonna hit the UK, it's always down south. And like to be fair, I hate the sludge and how it gets when it snows, but I like the idea of snow, you know? I like that first moment when I wake up and I'm like, oh, it snowed, and I go out at like 9 a.m. and there's like a nice, like fairly fresh layer, and then 3 hours later everyone's been through it and it's just sludge and I can't be arsed. I just remember it started with an I. Literally, it started with an I. I have no idea which one it was. If you find out which one Fox Mulder is, I'd know what it is. I wouldn't know what it is. I'd be that one. You're guarding your cat that's eating because there's food stealers are out. I I used to have, there was a point when I had 5 cats and having to like sit on the kitchen floor and make sure they all actually ate their own food every morning. It was one of those things where I was always like, as I went to do it, I was like, oh, this is the worst. And then just like fucking around with 5 cats for 20 minutes is actually so fun. Like, yeah, I also really like, I don't get what they mean. It's kind of just whatever. Yeah, there's definitely vodka in that now. Why does it never, like, at least some whiskeys taste good? I don't get it. Oh, is it because I'm on low ground? Is there a, is like doxing myself? I'm not doxing myself, it's fine, you all know. But like, is like Merseyside in general on low ground? Hi, Kane. That's what I mean, Zeffy. Because I've got plants that are technically toxic, but he doesn't eat plants. Like, it just never happens. And they're also the kind of toxic where it's like he'd throw up, you know, like it's not gonna kill him, and he just doesn't eat them. But I know full well he would be licking at soul lamps, like he absolutely would. He's just that kind of cat. Astrology for people who don't believe in astrology. Fox Mulder was an INT. I mean, I also hate. Yeah, INFP sounds more correct, to be fair. I think that's what the little test told me I was. But I also think that if I did it now, it'd say something different because I did it like 4 years ago. Also, a Jersey cow secretly. What a word for a cat. We will be continuing to stream responsibly, mostly because I'm a very boring person. I imagine it could be interesting if you get into it, but I also just don't get into it that to that degree, you know? How long am I streaming for? Until sometime briefly after midnight. I was originally like, we're gonna be going to like 2 a.m. It's gonna be such a good time, but I both am really sleepy and have plans for tomorrow. So to be completely honest with you, it might be like countdown to zero. Goodbye, guys. Like, I don't know. We'll see. I got PTSD and my results changed, and I'd already known I'd changed a lot, but it really bothered me because I was amidst an identity crisis. Yeah, that's the thing, is I did that test like I said, like 4 or 5 years ago. It was a good long while ago. And like I feel like I've grown and changed quite a lot as a person. I don't know if it'd necessarily be the same thing now. Big Five is more scientific. I don't know what Big Five is. Just got cheap supermarket. I can't deal with cheap sodas. I have to have like the proper branded ones or none at all. Sometimes things get debunked, but they're still fun though. That's the thing. Like, there's loads of shit that I'm like, I know it's not true, but it's still fun, isn't it? Like the Loch Ness Monster. Like, I had like a big whole deep dive into the Loch Ness Monster, and if you want to argue with me, you can go and do your own research, okay? Because the Loch Ness Monster isn't real. I deeply wish he was. I fucking love Nessie. I love the idea of Nessie. I love the concept of Nessie. But Nessie is, in fact, definitely not real. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm forever going to pretend it is. At some point, I'm gonna go to Loch Ness and I'm gonna be like, I'm looking for her. I'm eyeing her up. I'm gonna see her. And I know I won't because she ain't real. But I fucking love the Loch Ness monster. And sometimes, even when you know things aren't real, you can just enjoy them. That's what I think they proved well on Mythbusters. Sometimes you've just got to have fun, even if it is a load of bollocks in it. We have Bessie. I I was gonna say I don't know why I got so passionate about the Loch Ness Monster, but I do. It was a special interest. I love like little cryptids and monsters and things that might be real. You've been to Loch Ness but didn't see any monster. See, that's the difference is I would. Oh, Lake Erie. I've heard about that. I was gonna say I've vaguely looked into it. I haven't. I've seen some TikToks about it. Let's not pretend I've researched it anyway. I haven't even visited the Wikipedia. I've seen some TikToks. Oh, see, I haven't had TV channels in a really long time, I won't lie to you. And even when I did, I can't say that we had National Geographic very often because that was usually in the more like expensive bundles. But I do remember watching it, and it'd be episodes of how it was made. And then it'd be like, and here's why mermaids are definitely real. And then here's like a 35-minute long documentary about how aliens definitely built the pyramids. And then we're also going to have this whole bit about how the Great Wall of China might be something to summon aliens. Like, it was insane. Oh, I'm sorry you've got fireworks. You watched like the first 3 episodes of Doctor Who as well, didn't you? I haven't watched those in a very, very, very long time. I wanted to love Classic Who, but I really didn't when I watched it, and I don't know when I'm gonna have time to watch it again. Thank you for being here on New Year's Eve as well as Christmas. People already doing fireworks where I live as well. It is aliens. It's always aliens. It's not quite New Year, to be fair. We've got another 2 hours. I've got to be here. I mean, I don't have to be here for another 2 hours, to be fair, but you know, I do have intentions of being popping in on your break at work. Happy New Year, Kelly. I do really like Tom Baker, to be fair. Oh, I also love the 15th Doctor. Wait, I hate to be one of those people, but like, when you say 15th Doctor, we are talking about Shooty at this point, right? Because like, yeah, of course we are, because we are, right? David Tennant was the 14th after Jodie, which we did that. It wasn't great, but establishes the Daleks, I suppose. Soundtrack was rad, set to a rad. True, true, true. An MBE is an award from the Queen, isn't it? Oh, Doctor Who is really good background noise. But I'd say that up until like, see, I like sort of like come in on it at Sylvester McCoy. That's when I'm like, ooh, oh, this is starting to get fun now. This is starting to be my kind of thing. I think that might just because I really fancy Ace and not any of the others had a queer vibe. I mostly just really like women from the 80s. Yeah, I don't think it's actually anything to do with the show or Sylvester McCoy. I think it's just my lesbianism coming out. I gotta show you the life-size Dalek, the makerspace I used to be with made at some point. It is my dream in life to, number one, have a house that can fit, and number two, own a full life-size Dalek. I want a life-size Dalek so fucking bad. I want to be able to go in it though. I want to be able to control it. I don't want just like a sculpture. I don't want those like shitty ones that are made out of fucking like cardboard and paper mache. I want a full-on like screen accurate 2005 Dalek that I can go inside. I mean, I'm not sure that Ace being the best companion is a hot take. I'm pretty sure that's just a fact. Like, she's just brilliant. To be fair, I do probably prefer Yaz and Amy because I am like a New Who bitch, but I really love Az. A member of the British Empire. What did you think of the Doctor Who season with Ncuti Gatwa? That's the only season of Doctor. It's a good place to come in, to be fair. Like they've called it season 1 in a lot of places and everything. Like it's a really good place to come into the show to actually understand what's going on. It's one of those where I didn't feel like it necessarily had the strongest stories. I didn't like that it had so few episodes. It absolutely needed more episodes. And the way that they left so many plots very open ended. If it has good payoff in the next season, I'll love it and be like, oh, I'm so glad they put that in early, like they did with the Bad Wolf stuff. That was so clever. That was so smart. if it's not good payoff, it's gonna really, really annoy me. But I do really love Shooty as the Doctor. I really like Ruby, and I really like their like chemistry together. And that's the thing with Doctor Who, is that even when I have like complaints and there's things that I don't necessarily like about it, and there's things I think they can do better, I still just always really enjoy the act of watching it. You know, like when I'm watching the episode, I'm just enjoying it. I'm just having fun. I always actually enjoy it. I hate when the chat does that. It was remote control with Wiimotes. That's the thing, it would constantly be in the way. I'm pretty sure the weapons were toilet plungers in the first bit of the show. I haven't watched Shakespeare Retold yet. I've got my laptop and my stack of tapes. I can't watch Shakespeare Retold until I've finished Our Mutual Friend, because I've got them both on tape and I can only watch the tape that's currently in there, and I can't take the tape out until I've finished. I mean, I physically can, it's not like broken. I just autistically can't. So I have to finish Our Mutual Friend first. But it is a fucking slog and a half. And that's coming, like, it's got Paul McGann and Keely Hawes in it. I should be loving this shit. If Keely was in it more, I'd be able to get through it faster. Because quite frankly, my brain does like error 404 when Keely Hawes is on screen. I'm just like, oh, pretty. I don't even notice how long it's been. But she's barely fucking there. And it's just loads of like men and some random woman that I don't think I've ever seen in anything else in my life, all talking in posh accents while people like shovel hay in the background. It's an absolute fucking slog. But I am really looking forward to getting to watch Shakespeare Retold. Ninth was your favesies. Thank you for sticking around as long as I do. I do definitely intend to be here at midnight. I have spent a few New Year's Eves on my own when my ex decided he wanted to go to parties and things that I didn't want to go to. And it was one of those where the first time I stayed up and was like, yay, New Year, on my own. And then had a big cry and it was horrible. So the rest of them I just went back to bed before it. And like, as much as I don't really get it, and I'm like, it doesn't change anything, it's not that big a deal, I still like the idea of it being like a nice little party and having a nice time coming into the new year, you know? So I do at least want to get to midnight. You love Doctor Who now, you used to just be a casual viewer. Oh, the chat has moved quickly. I mean, it's not going that fast, it's just that I'm slow, I think. I mean, if you look at some of the old Doctor Who sets and like some of the old costumes and stuff, even like you can point out like that bit is paper mache. That's literally tinfoil. Like there's parts where you can very much tell like exactly what has gone on. Like it's one of the Tom Baker mummy episodes, and there's like a dead mummy on the table, and you can so tell that they like did a layer of PVA and just sort of like pulled a bits of it. Like you can, if you have any sort of like arts and crafts knowledge with a lot of early Doctor Who, you can tell how it was made. It's real fun. Harry said it's 21:55 in Southampton, UK, and for a moment I didn't read it as 9:55. I was like, what? You have like you've really gone forward, huh? Toilet cleaning robots who revolted. Oh, it wasn't just me. Does a screen accurate 2005 Dalek fly? I mean, I wouldn't personally need it to fly. That does start taking it a little bit far, I think. But it should look like it could, you know? I've never met a fucker that has a Dalek that doesn't immediately take it to a McDonald's. I've bumped into so many Daleks in McDonald's in Liverpool. What's your all-time favourite pre-2006 reboot Doctor Who episode? I'm not sure I can actually name a pre-2006. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to correct you because it feels mean, but it's pre-2005. But I'm not sure I actually have. Ugh. There's an episode when the Doctor and Ace land on some like random planet and then like chase down some like Catwoman alien thing and then end up at a zoo. And then there's a clown that looks like the one from Ashes to Ashes, hence why I remember it, because there's a woman that I like being traumatized by that clown in the 80s. I enjoy that one the most, probably. Oh, there was one with Sarah Jane that I did like, to be fair. But it's gone now. I don't remember them. I don't. I remember like moments of episodes. I mostly remember moments of Patrick Troughton, I think, if anything, because he was real funny. Like I did quite enjoy Patrick Troughton, to be fair. Tapes. You still use physical media? I do. I really need to buy a fucking DVD player is my next thing, because I still have a lot of my DVDs, and I'm almost definitely going to buy more. I That's the thing, is when I get really into an actor, I want to like own things that they do. It's not enough to just watch them. So I have been collecting more and more stuff for Keely Hawes, and I am pretty much exhausting the stuff that she did pre to when tapes stopped being made. So I'm gonna have to move on to DVDs if I'm gonna keep buying stuff with her in. And if I'm gonna do that, then there's some things like From Here to There and Living the Dream with Philip Glenister in that I really, really want. And also Clocking Off is only available on DVD, and I really want to like own Clocking Off because that has like all of the people I love except for Keely Hawes in it. So yeah, I am quite into physical media. So if you go, oh sorry, this is to Miranda. If you go to my Patreon, I'm I'm 100% sure, I think, at this point, that you can join as a free member, and I have a post up with the Discord link. So you do have to like be a member of my Patreon, but you don't have to pay me money. And a quick reminder that if you're in any way like rude or an asshole, we are booting you. It's a very nice safe space, and we're keeping it as such. So deal with it. Which Doctor Who seasons would you recommend to a newbie? So I do very much personally think that as like a new viewer to Doctor Who, you're best either starting straight in like from the early days with Christopher Eccleston, and doing from there, which is quite a long slog at this point. That is almost like 20 years of me. In a few hours, that's going to be literally like 20 years of media. So I get that that's a long thing, but I do feel like with the overarching plots and people coming back and characters returning and stuff, there's not really a particularly good point to jump into it again until season 11, until Jodie Whittaker. And it's just entirely by coincidence that it just so happens the best points to start watching the show are the points with my favourite doctors in. Entire coincidence. That's just how they did it. That's how they made it. That's nothing to do with me. So I do think that Jodie Whittaker is the next best point after Christopher Eccleston. Although I do really, really fucking love Matt Smith. Like it was what we were watching last night in Soho in the Discord the other night. I just kept thinking, like, God, I love Matt Smith. He's such a fun dog. I love Matt Smith. Like, I think, to be honest with you, Matt Smith might be my third favourite Doctor. I really, really like Matt Smith. And I don't necessarily feel like season 5 is the best place to jump in. I feel like there's a lot of misses for me in season 5. So I don't know if I would recommend that. But then after Jodie's first season is that last season with Shooty, what that they're calling like series 1 or season 1. It's not, it's season 14 and they can eat shit. But I also think that it is a really good jumping in place for new fans. Although I do also think that Mrs. Flood is going to be something to do with River, because the only water in the river is the pond, and it would just make sense that her name's been like mistranslated again. So yeah, that was such a rant. I'm so sorry. Uh, Celebrating a different time zone's a really good idea. I kind of wish I'd thought of that. Spent the evening painting a wall. You know, sometimes just being able to do something and have a task with people makes it so much easier to like talk back and forth and have a nice time than it is to like sit there and be together. 2 years ago, around midnight on New Year's, my now partner asked me out for the first time. That's so cute. Hi, Nicholas. I always thought that I was gonna have like the High School Musical moment, like on New Year's Eve, where I'd be like out at a party and I'd like lock eyes with someone, but I don't make eye contact. Like, why would I lock eyes with someone? Like, if I can make eye contact by accident, I look away immediately. Happy 2025 to Finland. I remember the episode Rose was leaked to the internet a week before broadcast in 2005. See, the thing with buying a Blu-ray player is that I don't think there's any point in me owning a Blu-ray player because the only the only screen that I have to play things through is my VHS TV CRT thing. So like that doesn't have the pixels in the screen. Like it doesn't have the type of screen to show me anything in 4K. Like just a sec. Like I watch things on this. This is what I'll be watching DVDs on as well. Like I don't think it's gonna play Blu-ray quality. Like I do own Drop Dead Fred Captain Fantastic and Lord of the Rings on Blu-ray and American Gods, which I've never watched because I don't have a Blu-ray player, but it has Gillian Anderson in it. So I really, like I said, I have like 5 things on Blu-ray and quite like probably over 25 things on DVD, and my TV wouldn't play 4K or Blu-ray or anything particularly good quality. Although saying that, I watched like a large chunk of the X-Files on that, and then my ex was like, "This is stupid. Just buy it on DVD." So I bought it on DVD, and we watched it on like a much larger television. And we ended up going back to watching it on that because it was just like so dark on DVD. You could not see what was happening. You couldn't tell if there was like an alien there or if Fox and Dana were kissing or whatever. Like, you just could not tell. But I could on that. Like it's better quality. It works. It's really. I swear it's really good. Hello, the Roman man. Oh, the chat jumps and it scares me every time. I don't know if this is true in the UK, but one of the best ways to get a DVD player in the US is. Oh! I never had a PlayStation 2 because we were poor. But when I was a kid, I had my PS1 like hooked up to literally this exact TV to play Spyro and Pac-Man. So a lot of games consoles won't connect to it, but maybe a PS2 would, and I could use that as a DVD player and be able to play some games. That could be fun. Hi, Sam Cooper. You just got in from work. A perfect way to wind down. It's one of those, I get really like self-conscious and I'm like, people must be really bored. This is such crappy content. Like, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I've watched a lot of people do lives, and that's what I enjoy about them. Like, it's the fact that it's just very casual and informal and feels like a little like hangout, you know? I've been trying to do that lately, just think about like the content I actually enjoy from the people that I like, and then not get so caught up in like, am I having an ego? Am I being silly? Am I embarrassing myself? And just doing the things that I wish the people I liked would do. I just looked it up and found out that English speaking people say Happy New Year before 0 o'clock January 1st. If we say it like from Christmas onwards, after you've had Christmas, or do you have a good Christmas or Happy New Year then? And off you pop. Yeah, I don't mean to make it difficult to find. I mean, I kind of do. I just don't want like unsavory characters to come and ruin the Discord. I don't mean to make it like difficult for like the average person to find it. I just don't want it to like be overrun by assholes anytime soon, you know? I also like, having said that, I also don't feel like I just want it to like, I don't want it to be like massive. I don't want there to be like loads of people. Oh, break's over. See you later, Kelly. I mean, I hope we're still talking about Doctor Who here and I'm not just going off on one. I do like all of the like newbie generations for different reasons, but I still have my own like shitty little bollocksy thing about how I can't stand Peter Capaldi as the Doctor because he's not the fucking Doctor. He's John Frobisher and he will always be John Frobisher. And I can't stand him because of that. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Nobody of consequence is showing up with what about Peter Capaldi's episodes with Bill Potts? I don't remember most of them. I watched them once when they aired. I watched them once again when I was watching it through with my ex because she hadn't fucking seen Doctor Who, and I was like, "You can't date me if you haven't watched Doctor Who." And she was like, "Well, I'm a good bit through," and I was like, "We're finishing this, babe." So I've seen them all twice. I don't know why I would ever watch them again. I don't like him. I don't like the Sonic sunglasses. I don't like the whole guitar moment. I don't like the way he's just mean to Clara a lot of the time. I don't like him. I don't. He killed Yanto, man. Okay, he was there in my formative years, being an absolute asshole, murdering his family, and just generally being a bit of a fucking twat. I don't like him. Like, I have nothing against, like, Peter Capaldi personally, you know? Like, if I saw Peter Capaldi on the street, I'd just leave him to live, and let's face it, I would probably be like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, I'm a big fan of Doctor Who." Like, I'd eat my fucking words, but you like, I don't hate him personally, I hate fucking John Frobisher, and he was John Frobisher, and I don't think he should have been the Doctor, but I do really like Bill Potts. Obviously, I like the lesbian, like, look at me. Are you drinking, Dana? I am having a wee little bit of body before I pop open the Bolly. It's 2 p.m. US West Coast. US. I wanted to say best coast, West Coast, and I was just going to say US Coast. So. Please don't call me the boss. You're going to give me an ego. It's going to all go horribly. Oh, I'm really far up in the chat. One sec. I might have to just scroll straight down. I really don't want to. I hate missing things. I have absolute FOMO. You have dragons, butterflies, your characters, geckos, and a Cheshire cat. That sounds like such a good combo. Go for it, flower. Season 8 is good. That is the season introducing the master. Your neighbour started playing bagpipes. What the hell? Happy New Year from New Zealand. Happy New Year to New Zealand. You guys are in the future. Yeah, like DVDs aren't high res. It doesn't really matter if I watch it on that. But like I would feel silly watching Blu-rays on that, you know? To be fair, I do also now live with winter, so we have like the gigantic TV downstairs. They're always like, it's not that big, and I'm like, I watch things on my laptop. Like anybody's TV is very, very big to me. Like I have that and this. Like I miss winter. I hope they can. I miss winter too. They did say they were gonna try and drop in, but I haven't fucking seen them. And let's message them. Let's fucking remind them that I exist and demand attention at all moments of the day. Is it enough to have 74 people here? No, it has to be them. Christ. I swear I am actually nice to winter. Like I do actually really adore them. They just also understand my humour to a point where I don't have to be nice. It sounds horrible. You know how it is with best friends. Like I say that, but I'm literally messaging them, where the fuck are you? Actually, should we go with where the fuck are you then? That's a different, yeah, where the fuck are you then? But yeah, I also very, very much miss winter. I will have them in videos as soon as they're actually fucking here. But also the fact that I can talk about them like this does tell you that like as much as I'm not going to go into their medical details and tell you what's going on, they're going to be fine, you know? Like it's taking way fucking longer than we wanted because the NHS is a state, but we also know why that is, and we have compassion and empathy and faith that things will turn out okay. Blu-rays are 1080p. 4K Blu-rays are expensive and stupid. And what I'm talking about, it wouldn't plug into my laptop because I've got a shitty fucking MacBook and it doesn't have anything except USB-C. Our winter can't move for the next 20 minutes, so apparently I just don't have any friends and everybody hates me. Happy New Year, another otter. Yeah, the PS2 would connect. I'm not going to go on eBay right now, but somebody, please, I am begging somebody in the Discord later when I'm not doing this or tomorrow, message me, like at me, do something to gain my attention and be like, bitch, look for a fucking PlayStation 2 on eBay right now. Add extra swear words if you can, be really mean. I'm so jealous of that VCR TV. I used to have one and VCRs, but alas, I moved around a lot as a kid. It disappeared. It's the worst when you move and shit just vanishes every fucking time. I don't know how it happens. I go through the old place, I look around, there is nothing left. None of my things are still there. I've packed everything. It's all going. Perfect. I get to the new place. We unload the van. Nothing's left in there. Nothing can have possibly fallen out because the doors have been fucking closed the whole time because otherwise everything would have fallen out. There's nothing left in there. All my belongings are in the new house. And yet, shit's fucking gone. That TV is one of the... I honestly think That TV and the melodica and my jewellery box and my vinyl records are the only things I've managed to maintain from before the age of like 15. Like, I had a fuck off VHS collection as a kid. And then as a teenager, I had a room that had like a hallway into it, and that was just entirely VHS tapes. And it's only the last like 5 years that I've been able to start rebuilding that collection. And I only have as many as I do because I worked for free at a video shop for several years where the boss clearly felt guilty about the fact that he was massively taking advantage of me, so he let me just take loads of tapes home all the time. I still really need to get fucking Scream 3 as well. When you remind me about the PS2, can you remind me about Scream 3 too? See, like, I respect Peter Capaldi as a favourite Doctor. It's not for me. It's really not for me. I can respect it, but like, there's no point of New Who that I really don't like, to be honest with you. Like, as much as I wouldn't rewatch Peter Capaldi because I think it's poor casting because he was in Torchwood. Like, it's not a personal thing. I just think you're already in the universe, man. Like, you're already him. You can't be a new one for me. I could just about deal with the fact that Frobisher had been in Doctor Who, you know, in the Fires of Pompeii. Like, I could just about handle that. I actually don't really mind that much. Like, is it straight up female argument or the girl that played her sister that's in Doomsday? And Joseph Long's been in it twice. Joseph Long was in that episode when he gets taken off to the concentration camps, as well as that time that he was the Pope. Like, a lot of people have been in it twice, and it doesn't really bother me that much. A third time's a bit much, though, isn't it, Pete? 3 times, really? To be fair, I always, oh, one sec, the chat, I need to find where my place in the chat was. Okay, there we go. To be fair, when, oh God, what's her name? Aria. Maisie Williams. When Maisie Williams was in it as, I want to say her name was like Ashaya, and then she went on to be called Me. I love that. I have a book around somewhere that Winter lent me that's like the short life of Addie LaRue or something like that. I've combined that with the short life of Brie Tanner because I'm a little Twilight bitch. But it's something about Addie LaRue, and they said that it's similar to the whole. Sorry, it's not a problem, gee. I'm not techie and it all scares me. Like, you do have to baby talk me through it. I'm sorry. What was I talking about? I'm gonna scroll to the bottom of the chat. This is getting too much. I'm losing my place. Oh, I'm not paying 50 quid for a PlayStation. Hi, Brittany. Right. Are all Britneys pronounced the same? Or when it's like Brittany, am I meant not to be like, am I supposed to pronounce that differently? But like, is it still just a Britney pronunciation? Just sometime tomorrow. Please don't set it as a thing. Don't make like my phone alarm go off or something. I feel like Discord like hacks into my phone. I feel like Discord's way too in there. Random question. Do you like Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon? So I got real into Game of Thrones as it was coming out. Like, I didn't get on it early. I was not an early bird to it. I think it was probably on like, how many seasons of Game of Thrones were there? There were 8, right? It was probably already season 4 or 5 that I got onto it. Like, I was fairly late, but I got real caught up in the drama and the hype, and like I was a big Game of Thrones fan for those like last few years when it really mattered and everyone was super into it, and it was really fun. Like, I really, really enjoyed it for the longest time. I am someone that hated the last episode because the Hound, Jamie, and it's gone. Gwendolyn Christie, whoever she played, those 3 were my top faves. I loved them. I loved them with everything. I also really liked Sandra, but she was my 4th favourite. I like things being in 3s. So it was those 3. Jamie just like went back on all of his character progression. There was no point for him being all like that. I wanted the Hound to get to kill his brother and get like the victory and the good vibes of that, and he just fucking died. And then I don't even remember what happened to Gwendolyn Christie. It really like upset me to see fucking Lena Headey getting crushed. Like, it wasn't satisfying in my opinion for fans at all. Like, as a fan, I was not satisfied. The chat's moved down again. Wait, has it? Am I just missing people? Oh yeah, I just ignored a load of people. Did I decided I was scrolling down, didn't I? I always get really excited when people say Kia ora in the chat, but I don't know how I'm meant to, like, pronounce it properly in my accent, but Happy New Year to New Zealand! But yeah, I then tried to watch House of the Dragon when I last had my little Matt Smith thing, because when I met Matt Smith, he was like mostly in House of the Dragon promotion, and it's one of those where I've had quite a lot of success at like just chatting to people and having a nice time in the queues at Comic Cons, and I tried really hard while I was waiting for my picture with Matt Smith, and everyone that I spoke to liked some like completely different thing that I'd never fucking heard of in my life, and I've watched quite a few things with Matt Smith in. And people were like talking about stuff I'd either never heard of or like House of the Dragon. And I like loads of people that I tried to talk to then like started talking to each other because they're into the same thing. And it was one of those things where I was like, I'm glad you all are having a good time, but like fuck, like is nobody else here a Doctor Who fan? Like really, like not one. Like please. Greetings from Veneta, Oregon on the west coast of the US. West Coast. Home of the Oregon County Country Fair. Basically a Renaissance fair for hippies. That sounds fantastic. I went to my first ever Renaissance fair while I was in Arizona, and it was kind of a massive letdown. Like, it was just loads of like overpriced stuff that you see people advertise on TikTok shop. I was like, people's costumes were cool. Like, the other people that were there were really cool, but the actual thing was like kind of meh. I feel mean saying it, but it's true. I've never actually read The Short Life of Britannia. I think this year is going to be my year that I do a Twilight reread. Maybe I'll start a book club for it. I don't read fast enough for that. 6 seasons. It felt longer. It felt a lot longer. It was still definitely like season 4 or 5 that I got onto it. I was real late. They absolutely rushed those last 2 seasons. Like, it really. Ouchies. Yeah, like, I don't feel like it's even that they weren't based on the books. Like, it was one of those things where, just as a fan, I could figure out what things would be like satisfying for fans and which things wouldn't. Because especially it's the type of show where you can have a lot of different people die and have a lot of different people kill them and have it be satisfying in a lot of different ways. Like, having that whole fucking universe at your fingertips and being able to like take your own detour because the books aren't written yet. As like a creative, that should have been an incredible opportunity, and they seemed annoyed with it, and they just didn't fucking take it. And it doesn't feel like they really knew their own fucking work. It was bullshit. It was just an absolute shambles. Oh, I pronounced it perfectly. Thank you. I do occasionally use Netflix. I don't have anything to do with Amazon when I can help it because I worked for them once and it was quite horrible. To be fair, a lot of the stuff that I like a good bit like I definitely watch most of my content on BBC iPlayer, to be honest with you. I paid for ITVX at one point to watch Scott and Bailey, and that really annoyed me because when it starts, it does the BBC intro. It literally says BBC, but I had to pay for ITVX. And I think, honestly, when I think about it, I might be best off just getting UK TV Gold, and I think that would actually have like everything I watch on it. I'm level 2, officially diagnosed a level 2 autistic. Um, is 6 seasons a lie? Don't lie to me. I'm autistic. I don't know when a joke's a joke. 6 seasons in a movie, though. We're getting the movie, guys. What kind of sci-fi do you like? I always consider myself a sci-fi fan because I like Doctor Who. I watched a good bit of Battlestar Galactica. I love the X-Files. See, I mostly consider myself a sci-fi fan because I really liked like Doctor Who Torchwood and Search and Adventures. I do quite like the Alien movies, like specifically Alien. Like, to be fair, specifically it's Alien Resurrection because of the extreme lesbian tension between Sigourney Weaver and Winona Ryder. But people always get mad about that. I really love Attack the Block. We watched that last night in the Discord because I really love Attack the Block. But yeah, I do feel like I'm a bit of like a fake fan when it comes to sci-fi. I mostly just really like Doctor Who. The Renaissance Fair did have like a handful of little acts. There weren't very many at all. And it felt like every time I got somewhere, they were just finishing up. And maybe that was just my bad timing, but it's like, I get that you're just finishing up. It doesn't. Surely you can just make another candle. Like, there's a whole new group of people here. Just make another fucking candle. Christ. Um, the music was fun, but they weren't playing for very long. Like, it felt quite disorganized, to be honest with you. Even though it was like they were full on buildings, you know. Like, it wasn't like it was like tents and shit. I put my heating on this little treat, and I'm starting to get a bit warm now. I'm gonna regret when the bill comes in, but I've really treated myself to heating over Christmas. Oh god, it's such a sad state. Heating should not be a fucking treat, but it is. Oh, 7 and 8 weren't well received. I get it. I get it. Oh no, they didn't have fucking fire eaters and joust. I'd have been well down for that shit. I went to fucking Northern UK people help me out. Was it Gulliver's Kingdom? I went the one that had like the giant dragon and Camelot. I went to some fucking theme park that was like near Stoke-on-Trent when I was a kid, and we got to watch joust there. And I fell in love with the fucking like Dark Knight dude that they had. Honestly, me as a kid, show me a man with long hair and a horse, and I was in love with him. That feels like some sort of hint towards me being like, did they look like Kristen Stewart? Were they on a horse? Were they technically a man? Nah, I'd have been well down for a rent if I'd seen a single like fire eater. Even juggling impresses me, to be quite honest with you. Like, I can't throw or catch things very well. If you can juggle 3 things or more, I'm blown away. You know, like, I'm very easily impressed is the thing. Like, I know I complain quite a lot online because I've made it my place to complain, but for the most part, in day-to-day life, I'm happy with not an awful lot. I'm quite easy to please. Like, I don't complain that much in real life. That's why I just save it all for the internet. But like, it really just wasn't very good. Similarly, like we went to both Disneyland and Universal, and it was brilliant. It was fucking fantastic. I loved it. The only ride I have anything to complain about is the Simpsons one at Universal. I'm like, I I kind of want you to go and watch the vlog from when that I did when that came out, because I put the picture in because they took the picture like as the ride finished, and all of us were just sat there like, what the fuck was that? Like, it was the worst thing ever. But like, I am easily pleased. It has to actually be shitty like that was for me to be like, that's worth moaning about. Like, most things I'm impressed by. An Oregonian right across the river from me, Vancouver, not Canada. Washington represent. I mean, we have diagnosable levels of autism within the NHS in the UK. I was diagnosed by the NHS as a level 2 autistic. Oh, the chat's jumped again. I hate this. I don't. I really like the chat. I just hate when it like I don't know where I am anymore. I'm gonna have to just no. I'm not missing anyone. Okay, we're back. Northern California Renaissance Fair in Casa de Fruta is a great one, as is the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair. The Game of Thrones writers didn't even really keep their characters in character. They didn't. They weren't in character for the last few seasons. It really annoyed me. I feel like so often, like in Game of Thrones, the only thing that kept me watching was that the actors were really, really fucking good. Like, the actors really held that shit together, man. And even then, like, I feel like a bunch of them were not treated nicely. Like, some of the shit that fucking Sophie Turner's talked about, like, she definitely shouldn't have been being treated like that. I I feel really protective over Sophie Turner. I don't know what it is. I think it's either the fact that she played Sean Bean's daughter, and I fucking love Sean Bean, and I feel like Sean Bean's my dad, so I'm like, yeah, sister, come on, we've got this, we're all right. Or the fact that she dated, like, married fucking Joe Jonas, and then he turned out to be a bit of a twat. And I always sort of secretly hoped that I would marry Joe Jonas. So when she did, I was like, the fact that you're my sister through Sean Bean means that I'll let it slide, but like, damn, I am quite sad. But then he turned out to be an asshole, and she took the heat on that. She had to go through that, and I didn't. So I feel like really protective of her now, and I'm like, you fucking be nice to Sophie Turner. I don't think any of you were going to be mean to her, like, but no, I got you. I just hadn't read down far enough. I'm sorry. We can just pretend the last 2 seasons didn't happen. There absolutely is an alien resurrection, I promise you. I think. Whatever the alien film with Winona Ryder in was called. I've seen so many people. I've seen so many people say there was only one Matrix film, and I've always been like, "What do you mean?" And no one's ever explained, and now I understand. Oh, I get it now. Oh, I get what you're saying now, Sean, as well. Like, so, yeah. Oh, see, this is the thing. I haven't been hanging around in like autistic spaces online, so the jokes that all of the nerds make to each other go straight over my fucking head. I will catch up. I will start to understand things. I swear. Yeah, like the class, like discussion, I guess, like the presentation of class and shit within Attack the Block is one of my favorite things about it. Like, I really enjoy things that are both fun to watch and have something deeper going on in the background. Right, Sigourney Weaver and Winona Ryder are perfect together. I don't know how I'm gonna manage to afford it because I went and saw the Duchess and that was fucking pricey. I really want to go to London to see The Tempest with fucking Sigourney Weaver in. Like, that would be such a dream. Imagine seeing Sigourney Weaver live. Imagine getting to stand at stage door after seeing Sigourney Weaver live and getting to like see her in the flesh, in person, right in front of you. Okay. Treated myself to heating. Someone needs to be guillotined for real. I haven't seen Ghost in the Shell or I have seen The Matrix. I have seen the fucking Matrix films, but I do literally only remember the first one. And I thought Sense8 was better. I'm pretty sure it was Camelot, now you've said it. I always want to call it Gulliver's World. I don't think that was a thing. I've also not seen Firefly. Look at me catching up on the chat. Oh, it jumped again. I'm scared. I did try to watch Firefly because Marina Baccarin was in it, but I couldn't get into it. I think, to be fair, I also had like a phase where I tried really hard to watch Buffy, and I think I just don't like, because they're from the same writer, aren't they? I'm pretty sure they're from the same writer. It's just, I don't know them. Are there any shows in Vegas you'd want to go see? I can't say I keep up with shows in Vegas, to be honest with you, but no, I don't keep up with shows in Vegas. I don't know. For the longest time, my answer to that would have been Penn and Teller, but I saw that they're doing a tour soon that I might be able to go and see because they're coming to the UK. So I assume they're not in Vegas unless they. I mean, if anyone can be in two places at once, it's gonna be Penn and Teller, isn't it? But yeah, I don't know who's there. I don't know what's going on. There was a brief moment when we were organising the drive from Arizona to California that we thought we might be able to like. I think we were, if anything, gonna stop off just like in Nevada and touch on a third state more so than actual Vegas, to be fair. But I would really love to go to Vegas. I'm poor. We were a 2 hour drive from Universal Studios, Florida, and I like the Simpsons ride. See, we went to the one in LA. I feel like it's probably very different. Theirs was, I mean, maybe it's not, to be fair. Theirs used to be the Back to the Future ride, and it's just this car that like jolts you around while a big picture plays. And like the picture part was fairly impressive, but the jolting was like really sudden and like it hurt. Like it physically just hurt. It wasn't fun at all. Oh, I really liked I think I did Star Tours. That's the one when C3PO like welcomes you in and takes you on like a speed drive. And I'm not good at explaining things. I don't know much about Star Wars, but I think I went on that. I think I enjoyed it. To be fair, I've definitely mentioned this in videos, but in Disneyland we went on like the newer Star Wars ride that's opened. That was one of the craziest things I've ever fucking experienced. Like, I'm not a Star Wars fan. I don't really get what it's all about. I've seen the original 6 films. I'm not watching any fucking more. They were fun. I liked them enough. I really love Carrie Fisher, to be fair. And Harrison Ford does, like, make my heart beat a little bit. So, like, basic knowledge of Star Wars. And, like, you get to, like, ride through the fucking ships. And there's a bit when you walk out into just this fuck off big hall that's filled with stormtroopers, and it's like you are in Star Wars. It was the most immersive thing I've ever experienced in my entire life. It was like I'm frowning instead of smiling because it was really fucking cool, but it was so cool it was almost scary. Like I felt like I'd been put on a different fucking planet. Like it genuinely was being in Star Wars. It was incredible. Like if you're a Star Wars fan, you have to go to that. Like I wish someone would make something like that for Doctor Who. It was insane. Like it was a genuine mind fuck because it's like you're there. It's like you're in it. It was crazy. Hello, Gemma. Oh god, it just jumped again. Motorhead is the most New Year's Eve band. The first. I didn't really get into the first Matrix movie either. One sec, sorry. My mouth was getting dry again. But yeah, I couldn't really properly get into the Matrix movies. And I watched them with my horrible ex, to be fair, which probably didn't help. But he kept doing the like, oh, you just don't understand. It's like this and this is happening, and he's been like born here, but they're living there. And I was like, no, I understand the concept. I simply don't care about this man. I understand the plot of the film. I know what's happening. I am watching it. You know, I have basic media literacy. I just don't care. Like I can take it or leave it. I don't think it's bad. I'm not like that's a shit film. I'd watch it again if someone else was like, I want to watch The Matrix. But I don't personally have the moments that I'm like, I want to watch The Matrix, you know? Happy almost New Year. Whenever I hear you read one of my messages, like perk up like that groundhog meme. I hate shit with text limits. Text limits are really frustrating. I hate it most on TikTok. I've had so many times that people think that I'm not necessarily being aggressive, but think that I'm like disagreeing with them when I am literally agreeing with them. And I'm like, look, I'm sorry, if TikTok would let me use the 57 emojis that I would like to break this up with to show each emotion that like after each text, you would understand that I'm agreeing with you. I don't know how to like just type blankly in a nice way. It doesn't work. It's impossible. I don't understand it. Like how you say fucking in most of your sentences. It's kind of bad that in the in I'm sorry, I'm drinking Pepsi, okay? In the same way that a lot of other people use I use like as well. I say like quite a lot, you know? But in the same way that other people say like like those types of things and filler words, I have fuck. I have fuck as a filler word. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited to see Nosferatu today. I need to see when Nosferatu comes out in the UK. I want to see that, and I also want to see the new Robin Williams movie. I feel like I watched an ad for something else that I wanted to see when I went to see Wicked, so I might do a full cinema day really soon, actually. I recently-ish rewatched Firefly, and it just was kind of hard to watch, at least the first couple eps. I feel like I gave it the first 4 episodes. I try to give things 5 episodes, and if I can't even make it to that, I'm definitely not getting through it. Most of the time, by the time I make it to the 5th episode, I either like it, I've latched onto a character that I like enough that I'm going to be able to continue watching it, or I feel bad enough about not watching it that I just have to because I'm like, well, I've watched 5 fucking episodes now. That's with British shows. With American ones, watching 5 episodes is like 1/5 of a season, and I will just give up. No show needs like 28 episodes per season, apart from the X Files. It just doesn't. It doesn't need to be happening. Make your show good. It annoys me. Hello, Pie Fatal. I'm so sorry if that's your name and I'm reading it as 2 different words. I'm just an absolute twat. Let's go Vegas. I can't even afford Benidorm, Pete. Vegas was really, really hot when you went. See, I really liked the heat in America. It worked well for me, like the type of heat that it is. I I just started wearing shorts and t-shirts and living my best little life, to be honest with you. Like I don't know. I like the heat. I like being warm enough to just not have to wear that much. Queen. But yeah, my, maybe Vegas is different, to be fair. I'm pretty sure that gets like way hotter and the humidity's different. But between California and Arizona, and I've also been to Turkey, I really enjoyed the heat in all those places. I think it really does depend on humidity because I hate it when it's too hot here. Come to Skegness, get to see the Sam Stewart show, lol, and me singing Tequila on Tower Carry. Honestly, do you not think I'm the exact type of bitch that would go on a holiday to Skegness? Can you not, like, even just me saying the word Skegness, that sounds like a place I've already been, doesn't it? It's not. It might be. We went camping a lot when I was a kid. It's the exact place we would have gone when I was a kid. Let's organise it, Sam. I'll come to Skegness. I said I want to travel the UK more. Unfortunately, Whedon turned out to be a lot creepy. Han Solo was my man crush. Thank you, a cup of tea with poetry. And another Happy New Year to everyone too, to be fair. I forget that I'm meant to say it and I don't feel comfortable saying it, but I should say it. It's not fair when content's hated by assholes, but it does also just make me less inclined to watch it. I won't lie to you. Like, I don't want to be meanie, but I am like, if I was watching that already and then I found out he was an asshole, I'd be like, oh, well, I like that less than I'm not engaging anymore. I probably shouldn't just get into it. I really liked Interstellar. I watched that like close to the time that it came out, and I still quite well remember the plot. Like, it's not gone out of my mind. I still mostly remember it. So I feel like that's quite a good sign of a pretty decent movie that I still remember it this far on. I'm just some random Finnish guy, and I want to tell you that I love Dana's accent. Thank you. I'm glad someone fucking does. I got 3 comments today that I deleted. 3. Three. 3. Being like, I can't understand what you're saying in your accent. You need to learn how to speak properly. If they weren't that mean, one of them was literally, I can't understand what you're saying in your accent. Learn to speak properly. The others were nicer, but I was still like, no, I'm not having it. You're getting deleted today. I'm so tired of people being mean about it. Thank you for being nice. For real, the whole like, you just don't understand it. I just don't like it. We just have different tastes. It's subjective. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it ain't for me. It's weird when people can't accept that. I say as someone who has like an entire Discord where I'm just trying to make people watch Ashes to Ashes. But like, if someone came in and was like, "Oh, I don't like this," I wouldn't be mean to them. I'd just block them. You know. Happy New Year, time. I'm glad you're here. We're gonna be here for like a good little while longer, to be fair. Yeah, I don't like the modern Marvel films either. Scouse Girl Supremacy. Swear words are just like full stops and exclamation points. They really, really are. Oh, the chat just did that thing. Okay, we're just going to the bottom because, quite frankly, I can't keep doing it. I can't. I'm sorry. My accent's lovely. We don't need to bop them. I banned them from being seen on the channel. It's fine. That's the thing, is there's a button to delete, and then there's a button that's like, block this user from seeing your channel, and I'm always just like, like, how much does this annoy me, you know? Oh, you're American and can understand me. To be fair, I feel like I had less issues with Americans understanding my accent than I do like going to London. Like, not even like Birmingham. People in Birmingham couldn't understand me properly, and I was like, sorry, I'm not speaking incredibly fucking slowly. Like, not to be mean to people with a funny accent, but like, speed up a bit, please. I didn't expect to have so many other Northerners around here, to be fair. Oh, shine from inside, thank you. I don't know how true that is, but it's nice of you. I feel like I also... Ellie, I feel like the main issue with speeding up my videos would be that sometimes I speak really slowly, and other times I just go. Like, sometimes it'd be like 8 times speed. sometimes it'd just be normal. Just ignore that. I'll edit that out later. Has the Discord taken off? The kittens have kept me too busy, lol. Oh, bless. Like, the Discord, like, I wouldn't necessarily say it's, like, taken off, but, like, we're all... There's, like, an amount of us that are really active in there and having a good time and, like, having a good chat. Like, it's definitely active. I'm American as well and can understand you perfectly. I can hear Scouse in it, I think. It's relaxing, lol. I think I started out with a very Stoke-on-Trent accent with, like... I think I started out with a sort of posh Stoke-on-Trent accent that was influenced by the fact that I watched quite a lot of Southerners on telly. And then I've lived in Liverpool for 10 years, and I also lived, like, entirely isolated in Denmark for several years, so I just watched Northern telly because I really missed being in the north. That's the thing, is the moment we got to Denmark, I sort of looked around and was like, oh shit, I need to watch Doctor Who immediately. Like, this is a bit much. You get a lot of peeps in for this live today. Couldn't imagine lives where it's like thousands. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever want my lives to get to be too many people, to be fair. Like, having, like, I think there were exactly 50 people in for the most part on Christmas Day, and that was a nice amount, I think. Like, very grateful to have you here. I'm not telling anyone to leave, but when this chat starts moving a bit quicker, I am like, oh shit, like, I can't go in depth on anything because I'm gonna lose my place and people end up being ignored. But that's also where, like, you can't say the same thing twice if it seems like I've skipped past you, you know? Yeah, I don't think people in Birmingham can be mean about other people's accents, okay? I'm not gonna talk shit about them, but I don't think they get to talk shit about anybody either. It's just, oh, slander to Manx. We're not having that. To me, I used to not be the biggest fan of Manc accents. And then Jean Hunt and Jill Murray and Rachel Bailey and, like, everybody in Clocking Off. And I just love them all so much that now it makes me think of them. And I'm like, actually, I think whoever I marry has to be a Manc. Like, I hate it, but I think I actually really love Mancs. Yeah, go off, Chloe. English isn't even my... I feel like a lot of the time people that don't understand English are generally, like, better at just ignoring the accent and listening to the words, to be fair. It can vary, though. You're joking. I mean, we're not actually going to block you. You're all good. I had my accent shamed out of me during my exchange student year in high school. I don't sound like my family at all anymore. I'm not mad about it. Yeah, I never sounded like the rest of my family. My mum was, like, really, really Scouse. I suppose my dad must have had a Danish accent. He sounded just very nondescript blank English to me, except for certain words, like he'd say tittle instead of tickle. But, like, for the most part, he sounded quite nondescript. My brothers were very Stoke-on-Trent, and they tried to say they spoke like Scousers because they were both raised in Liverpool until they were like 7 or 8. But, like, they sounded like Stoke-on-Trent people. They had a Stoke accent. They grew up in Stoke-on-Trent. Like, we sounded like Robbie Williams. Not being funny, like. And it's quite nice to have Robbie Williams as a reference as well. I have just exchanged one Pepsi for another. Oh, you're a Geordie! I love a Geordie accent. I assure you that my accent is northern. I take much more offence at being told my accent isn't quite northern than I do people being like, can't fucking understand you, you asshole. Like, I'll go off, mate. Like, I promise you it's northern. I've only ever been in the north. Gene Hunt gets a pass. I'm from California, but my autism makes people think I'm from elsewhere because I absorb all the accents I watch. I wish I absorbed accents better. I wish I was better at accents in general, to be honest with you. And I also kind of wish that I had a California accent. I did think the more I hung out with Winter, the more I'd get one. It's not working. May as well bin them off. I'm not getting anything out of them, mate. Like, see, the thing with Gene Hunt is that he's the only man that I treat as a woman, and, like, everything he does is right. He has made no wrongs. He's perfect. He's beautiful. I love him. There's gonna be a day that I actually need to, like, get over this whole thing with Gene Hunt. The amount of confusion between Irish, Scottish and Scouse accents are all vastly different in my experience. What time is it for me? It is 22:51, 9 minutes to 11. We only technically have to stick around. I don't know why I'm acting like this is a chore. I actively decided to do this because I actively fucking enjoy it. Like it's one of those where as much as I'm aware I'm just chatting shit, I also like grew up doing like my drama classes and wanting to be a performer and an entertainer and all that shit, and it's really nice to be the centre of attention for a little while. Have I ever heard a Norfolk accent? On Norfolk accents, I can't do accents is the thing. I want to be like, are they the ones that are a bit like, all right, bar there? That wasn't an accent. You could barely tell that was words. I feel like I have heard a Norfolk accent in various TV shows because like I watch stuff that people like tend to have an interesting accent or two in, but I can't place it off the top of my head. If you need to get like From Mars and Ashes to Ashes on DVD, most charity shops have them, to be honest with you. I've been asked if I was British on VR a few times because of how much I mimic people sometimes on accident. I feel like I don't know where you're from specifically, actually, come to think of it, but I feel like a lot of Scandinavian people, when they learn English from like English, like if they learn like English instead of American English, they sound very, very English. But then, like my cousin, when they learn English, they learn more so from like American shows like Family Guy and things like that, and they sounded like real fucking American when they spoke. Like you could barely tell they were Danish. There was like a hint of European to it if you were listening to it. Putting an accent to the part of mask and be careful not to lose yourself in the mask, for sure. But I also, I just wish that I could do accents for fun. It's wild how people like I, I'll find words in a sec. Don't worry about me. Like I feel like there's not anywhere in the north that I haven't been asked if I'm from, and I've had like less than a handful of people ask me if I'm Irish, and I'm always like, no. Like I just don't hear which part of my accent would be anything near those. Like, and it's the same with when, yeah, you get what I mean. You get what I'm on about there. Like, what weird accents to confuse with each other. Americans can sometimes confuse British and Australian accents, which I've always found wild. Now, I've met some like sort of like well-to-do Australians, and they sounded British. They sounded like posh British schoolboys, like private school, like the dickheads you'd see in like Houses of Parliament. Like they sounded like posh English people. 17 minutes to 2025. I'm gonna be seeing the new year in with a brew. I mostly watch on TV, so I don't comment too often. Oh, happy new year to you too. I like views don't register as much to me as comments do, so I didn't quite realize how many people were like actually regularly here and just not regular commenters. And I really should have, because there's been people that I've followed for like over a decade that I just never felt any reason to comment on their content. You know, like I watched it, I enjoyed it. There was just nothing for me to say. Like I really should have considered that. Hi from Czechia. I'm an hour ahead and have 7 minute countdown. Happy New Year. Go ahead, Kiki. Great name as well. My New Year is still hours away. I'm trying to clean all day to prepare. I cleaned all day yesterday. Norfolk sounds a bit like toned down west. Yeah, I think I was thinking of the right kind of accent for Norfolk. I feel like I enjoy northern accents, is the thing. Like, as much as, I mean, Birmingham's kind of Midlands, but like, I'll take piss because, like, everyone takes piss out of Scouse accents. It feels like a fun little bit of banter. It's not actually anything mean. But I do actually much prefer listening to northern accents than like any other type of accent. I love northerners. Hello, Asetta from New Zealand. I can't believe you're already in 20. Peter Jackson's always a year ahead. I have a hard time with certain accents like Russian and Indian. I can't understand a word. British. No, I have certain accents that like I can't. I don't know what you're saying. It's not even always certain accents. Sometimes it's like literally a person that has that accent. Like when I was watching Sense8, specifically that random guy that. God, I don't even know where they're from in it. Are they meant to be Swedish? Are they Russian? I can't even remember his name. But there was like two people in the entirety of Sensei that I had to have fucking subtitles on because I was like, I don't know what you're saying. Like, I'm closer to understanding the fucking Korean characters than I am these people speaking English. Hello from Sydney, Australia. Oh, you're from the US. I should have known with you talking about moles and things. Something's just happened. Oh my gosh, thank you for memberships again. That's really nice of you. Oh, the thing with memberships is that I'm so scared for next month when everyone's ends and YouTube's like analytics are like nobody likes you anymore, everybody left. But thank you very much. It's been a lovely. I mean, all of this has been lovely, and it's especially nice. I get scared. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say thank you for things. It all terrifies me. But thank you. Oh, I don't think you're bad at commenting, Flower. Like, I enjoy your comments. You go off. You're doing great. I had a friend that grew up in Nebraska, but her husband got rich, so she leveled up her accent to sound like she was from the East Coast USA. See, the thing is, I say it like that, but does anyone remember fucking The Weakest Link with Anne Robinson? Because she's a Scouser. Anne Robinson's a fucking Scouser. And obviously she's all like, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Like, there's no Scouts there because she had fucking elocution lessons the moment she got a little bit fucking famous or rich or whatever. And you know what? I might do the same. Imagine the day that you open one of my videos and I'm like, hello, I'm Dana, and today we're going to be speaking about. I can't keep it up. That wasn't even good. I'm like, I can't keep it up. I couldn't fucking do it in the first place, hon. Oh my gosh. Hi. Zero border. Oh, oh, thank you for commenting. Like, I don't know. I really like. I see the like viewing numbers and how many people are subscribed and stuff. I really should have considered that. A lot of people just don't comment. We're watching our phones and on TVs and like. I used to watch most of my content on TV when I had an Xbox. I just never really thought about it. Oh, Kiki, you've got like 2 minutes now. Do you have a favorite video? I'm really sorry if you can hear the fireworks. That's just how it's gonna be for me. Do you have a favorite video that you've made or one that's meant a lot to you? So, my favorite video is the Drop Dead Fred one. Let's be real. I really, really love my little Drop Dead Fred one. The one that's, I think honestly, the one that meant a lot to me was when I really want to bring them back. I used to do the info dump videos where I just be like, here's a topic I like. I'm gonna fucking tell you about it. And they didn't. I know I always preach about not caring about numbers, but they really didn't do very well at all compared to my other content. So I stopped doing them. That's one of my New Year's resolutions. We're bringing that shit back. I want to be able to just go off about my interests. That's been one of the highlights of the end of the year, is like really settling into these things being my special interest and just enjoying them. So we're bringing that back. But the one that I did about Kevin Smith feels a lot more like personal than a lot of the other ones, because even though obviously he is like a special interest, I still like those movies changed my life. And as much as even Kevin Smith was like, no, honey, you changed your life. Like, yeah, but I wouldn't have been able to do it without those movies. And I included clips. Like, I don't think that video is monetized because, like, Warner Brothers or Weinstein or fucking whoever, like, copyrighted it because of the clips I used. But those are the clips that I watched that I, like, turned and looked at my ex and, like, looked back forward to the telly and just sat there for the next hour completely zoned out, being like, I can't do this anymore. I need to change things. Like, I cannot keep doing this. I need to shit or get off the path. Like, fuck. So that was a very, like, I really fucking loved that video. I really kind of wish that it had done better as well. Hello, Simone. Not such a silent watcher now, huh? It's 2025 in Sydney. Oh, Kiki, I haven't seen a comment from you. I don't know if you're still here, but it's New Year for you now. Happy New Year. I do not get that. I get the hype for New Zealand accents. I fucking love a Kiwi accent. If I don't marry a Northerner, I'm marrying a Kiwi and getting to move to fucking New Zealand. There's just something about them that feels safe. Like, I know you shouldn't like brand an entire group of people as safe because of how they sound, but Kiwi accents, like, even when someone's like, "Gears you fucking money," or "I'm gonna stab you in the face," like, I'm still like, "Aww, aww." Also, it's fucking Wellington Paranormal is the best Kiwi thing, and everyone should watch that. Didn't Oh god, what's all the It is Fireworks you're here. Did another person buy a load of oh, thank you for getting the memberships. It's really nice of you. It's it scares me when it all comes up. I know that I like see, this is why I don't do like the TikTok lives and stuff. Like it really it makes me panic when people do nice things for me. Like, I know I should say thank you, but I just want to hide. But I am actively saying thank you to the both of you. It's very, very nice. And obviously, like, it very much does help my channel out. And it's very nice of you to be so supportive. I have not watched The Queer Kiwi. I'm going to actually look that up immediately because I would also like to make some more queer content, given that I'm gay and make content. And some inspiration would be nice. I fucking love Kiwi accents. Oh, I've seen this person on TikTok. I like them. You're subscribed to. Thank you for talking about them. Oh, you're still here. Yay. I, I'm sorry that's the first thing you heard, but could you tell that it was meant to be a Kiwi accent? Is more the question. Hello, Maria. Oh, I'm nearly out of Pepsi, and I'm thinking, given that it's a little bit past 11, once I've finished this, we can go downstairs and crack open the Bolly. I'm kind of scared of opening the Bolly at this point, but it is literally the point of it, so we're going to do it. I know an American in my community who's apparently copies Martha Stewart's accent because they think it's posh or something. Sounds really out of place in a Californian though. Oh, bless. Oh, you didn't even pick up on it being an accent. Oh. I really thought I was gonna manage to like do a good. I've never done a good accent in my life. As a queer person and a Doctor Who fan, what do you think of J.K. Rowling calling David Tennant a member of the gender Taliban? When the J.K. Rowling stuff like first came out, it made me kind of sad and angry. And then the more that she said, the more that I'm sort of like, yes, Grandma, we know. Why don't you sit down? Here's your cup of tea. Here's your newspaper. It's all right, Grandma. We know. We know that the world's going to shit and you hate everybody. It's okay. Just sit down, honey. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Like, I just... Like, okay, honey, go off. Like, literally, okay, Grandma, let's get you to bed. Like, it just feels very... I genuinely, like, I know we've all made the Voldemort jokes and everything, but I also, like, do very genuinely have some level of a concern that she's not well. Like, you know? Oh, yeah, I'm definitely not giving her any money. Like, I don't associate with Harry Potter whatsoever at all anymore. Oh, let's not shit on Harry Potter fans. Like, I also loved it, man. It's just that I can't engage with the content without feeling crappy about it anymore. If I could, I would still engage with the content because it was fun. It has its flaws, it has its issues. It was as massive as it was because it was very, very enjoyed by lots and lots of people. And I'm sad that it's ruined. I just it my mate like, I would love to see J.K. Rowling come out and be like, I'm really sorry about all of that. I got help and I made some very big mistakes and I'm actually not a transphobe, you know? Like, I would love to see her just, like, back down on it all and be like, I was wrong and I was sorry. Like, I just, she's not my problem. More concerned about what it makes you think of Tennant. I love David Tennant. I like all of the stuff that he's done to promote being an ally to the trans community and to the queer community as a whole and to their trans child or like non-binary child. I think that David Tennant is in fact entirely in the right. I also quite like Luna Lovegood. See, the whole thing with the like New Zealand won't let autistic people emigrate, it massively, massively, massively varies, okay? If I was someone who had a career and I could get a job in New Zealand, like if I could go to a company in New Zealand and be like, hey, I'm applying for this job, and they interviewed me and they were like, yeah, you can have the job, they could sponsor me and I could move out there and it would be fine. The fact that I'm autistic wouldn't matter at all. It's like quite specific circumstances in which it starts to actually apply and matter, and for most of us it actually wouldn't like come into it at all. It's a nice little thing that people should check out a little bit more. Oh yeah, I don't think she'd be able to necessarily come back from the shit that she spewed. Oh, happy new year, Pony. But I also like, I think it would maybe help to undo a little bit of the damage. Because the thing that's always made me sad and angry, it's not necessarily the direct stuff that J.K. Rowling says. It's the way that that affects people that like it. It changes people's opinions. It makes people feel bolder in their like shittiness to the trans community. You know, like it has an effect. I only watched the first season. No, I didn't. Did I? I think I've only watched the first season of Good Omens. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't enjoy it. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, Gaiman also fucked up, didn't he? Everyone's doing it. I only have Kevin Smith left, to be honest with you. I see. I would really like to think that, because Pixel Mop, for like those not really in the chat, the impression of J.K. Rowling is that she hasn't changed and just revealed what she's like. I would really hope that's not the case, because I adored her as a child. I really wanted to be a writer for a long time as a kid, and I watched like lots and lots and lots of interviews and like documentaries about her and like consumed a lot of content. And I always thought she seemed really nice. And like you could well be right. I'm never gonna know, but I really thought that she seemed really nice and cool. Oh no, what did Gaiman do? Um, I believe he's had multiple allegations of like inappropriate behaviour from various people. I'm not 100% sure, to be entirely honest with you. Exactly, like because of thank you for fucking wording it for me. I feel like due to a large platform, she bears responsibility for a lot of the shitty culture war around on it. Literally, yeah. Like if big people didn't talk about it so much, you wouldn't see so much about it, and so many other people wouldn't change their opinions to suit it and stuff, you know? And I had a good while where I was like tweeting at her and all sorts of shit. I was a bit of like a social justice warrior type of vibe. But I try my best to just not have anything to do with her at this point and just talk shit about her because I think it's fun. Have you watched the Sean and the Amber Green video? I don't know what that is. Do you know about J.K. Rowling's mold pain rot? Yes, I think it's kind of sad. Oh, you're back. Exciting folks online don't do too much. There's messages happening in the Discord and I don't get to be there because I'd have to stop paying attention to this. It's fine. We can do that. It's fine. I will be here for my own live. It's okay. I what the fuck's Turf Wars? Happy New Year, Kirsten. I feel I might need glasses because when people's usernames have like a lot of straight letters next to each other, I have to get like real fucking close to be able to read it. Other than the cat sketch, nothing major. I sure as fuck feel like I'm missing something, Pete. Oh, see, I feel like I know everything I need to know about J.K. Rowling, so I don't really watch any content about her anymore. It's been a long time since I've engaged with any content about Harry Potter, to be honest with you. Hi, Rick. Upstate New York. First comment because you haven't been on live streams much. Oh, thank you for being here, Rick. I really enjoy how many people like come out of the woodwork for this. It's really nice, but I also like very much understand like how scary and anxiety inducing it can be to comment, and how people can like really dogpile on you for stuff like I've been on the internet for a long time, you know. Like as much as I talk about how much I love it when people comment, I also there's no pressure. You do not have to. It's all fine. And especially on live streams, it's often quite it feels very fast and you get missed and stuff. Like I was always really anxious about doing that. Otus is on the landing, but he doesn't. He's not coming. He's having a proper like. You know when they start like really fucking digging into what she's doing that. I haven't read any of the Discworld books, and they seem really, really, really long, which intimidates me a bit. Happy New Year, Vales Brick. How would you describe the autistic way of thinking? That's quite a loaded question, to be honest with you, Will. Like, not to be an asshole, like, it's a really good question. I feel like that's like an entire video. That's not a quick reply in a live stream. If you want an entire video, I will make an entire video. But I also think a lot of it is just making connections that neurotypicals maybe wouldn't. See, the thing with slowing down the chat is that I feel like I miss people's messages if they're like one word or could be considered spam even if they're not. Like if I ask a question and then y'all leave like short answers, they get filtered out for me. Ooh, New Year time, tempted to open the sparkling cider. I am like, that's the thing is I've got my bottle of Bolly. I'm gonna have to dig through the kitchen and see if Winter has any like bottle stoppers around because I'm definitely not drinking an entire bottle of champagne to myself tonight. I've got to be up early in the morning. Might get murdered. I don't reckon I will. I've looked on his Facebook and he seems really nice. That's a secret one for the Discord members. The rest of you don't know about that. In a lot of ways, the autistic way of thinking is overthinking. That is such a call. Hi, Dana. Is it it's not 2025 for me yet for another nearly 45 minutes. So I am, like I said, going to finish this and then pop off downstairs so we can open the Bolly. See, I have live chat. And my only other options are top chat, which is where it gets like filtered so I don't actually see all of the messages, or fan funding, which I think is where I just see what if like when you guys buy me memberships and stuff and like see what people have paid me. Thank you. I'm high functioning autistic myself. I'll be 47 on the 1st. Happy birthday, near enough. I haven't had many live chats for you to be in, to be fair. It's quite a new thing. Oh no, I really enjoy that so many of the comments just launch like random little conversations that go on for quite. I mean, I say random little conversations, quite long discussions. That's sort of the point. I like that. And get drunk, probably, yeah. I went with having shots instead of opening champagne. I I went to the corner shop before to get milk because I was very nearly out and I need to be able to drink cups of tea. And I was like stood there waiting to get to the counter and I was looking behind it and I was like, I could get a bottle of fucking Cactus Jacks. And I stared at it for ages and I was like, no, I shouldn't. I've got me Bolly. But I kind of wish I had that. If I'd gotten that, I wouldn't open my Bolly and it would become one of those things that just sits in my house that I put off and put off and put off in the same way that I put off buying it and I should just drink it and enjoy it. I agree, I'm overly logical and super analytical. Yes, I've already emptied all the alcohol I had. It wasn't that much. Oh, it's only 6 p.m. East Coast states. Yeah, by far the best thing about streaming is just the random chats. Like, I've got like a whole new notes app in my phone for video ideas that have been like, it's just been a random comment. I've been like, actually, that'd make a fucking good discussion. Like, that's a good video topic. Drinking water like a champ. Look at you go, DJ. Nearly 10 a.m. in Australia. I'm so scared about popping the fucking bottle. I'm so scared that I'm going to drop the bottle before I do anything to it. I'm really scared it's all going to fizz out. I'm going to have like half a glass left of my really spenny champagne. I'm a bit petrified, but we pray, hope for the best. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous gift you've got there. Best of luck with that. Oh, it's Otus. He's gotta leg it now. He's gonna just be like, what the fuck was that? Oh no, he's settling. Okay, we're keeping a boy. You're not gonna be able to. Oh, you can sort of see him. Remember to hydrate. He looks like he's like really on edge. I don't know why. It might just be the fireworks. But he's not normally like overly bothered by fireworks, to be honest with you. Playing a game as you listen, difficulty just wraps up. Oh, play your game. Gosh. He's waiting for a glass of the Bolly. I wish he was camera shy. Like, the amount of times he just knocks the camera flying. He loves the camera. He wants to play with it. He is a cute cat. Like, that's one of the things, like, I don't want to be like, look at my cat. But I am also, like, constantly like, look at my cat. Like, he's so cute. He's so sweet. He's my boy. He's so nice. He does not have glow-in-the-dark teeth. I wish he did. It'd be so much more interesting. Oh, my little baby. Sorry, I forgot you were there then. I love the reaction that Otus gets at this point, to be fair. Like, he's just baby. I love the idea of your cats being like, who the fuck is that? And it's just my little man. It's just my dude. It's just this guy. You should all be here for Otus. The thing is as well, I have loads of like pictures and videos from like the moment he was born onwards. So I am really tempted to do like a Life of Otus video. But I also like, it's just a little bit sad. Like, it's not quite making him his own Instagram, but it's also not being a cool casual cat owner, you know? The price of gas and lecky this year has been insane. I don't think Winter's making it to the chat, to be honest with you. What did they say? Yeah, they said they were out of it for 20 minutes an hour ago, so I don't think Winter's gonna be here to level with you. I think they're a fake friend. They're a horrible person. They are just, you know, they make my life really, really difficult, and they make it... No, they're just not gonna make it. It's fine. They're not doing the absolute best they've ever been because they are still in hospital, but they are living with it. They're dealing with it. They're gonna come home at some point. My oldest brother was diagnosed autistic, but nobody else in my family was diagnosed autistic. I have theories. I have thoughts. They do literally have a doctor's note, yeah. See, I think it's fairly rare that I use sarcasm. I don't feel like I'm a particularly sarcastic person, but I am also like, The moment someone's one of my like close inner circle friends, I'm like, they're an asshole. They're the biggest twat I've ever met. I hate them. I can't stand being around them. Like, just as soon as I really love someone, I can't say that ever again because that's being too vulnerable. So I have to pretend that I actually deeply despise them. My daughter has two cats who love each other. I'm really sad that him and Layla still haven't been able to get along. So Layla's had to go and stay with her like old other half while Winter's in hospital because otherwise she gets anxious. But they haven't been getting on because Layla's a big old scaredy cat and she's terrified of Otus. And he literally sits there like, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Like he couldn't give less of a shit and she's petrified. See, when people do like the clear sarcasm tone, I'm like, that's the sarcasm tone. I know what that means. I've met a lot of people that like are just sort of rude when they respond to you, and then they're like, I was being sarcastic, and it's like, that's really funny because it seemed like you were just being a twat. Like, that's so crazy because like it seems like you were just being really rude and mean for like no reason, but okay, let's call it sarcasm. You didn't do the sarcasm tone, but okay. Oh, just get a kitten anyway, honestly. Like, my dad didn't want cats, and then we got two, and then he was like, oh, I love these. I mean, I do let my friends know I love them, like, in person and in, like, private messages. But, like, to a general public audience, there is no way. I say there's no way, but I also often do round it up by being like, no, I actually adore them. I really love them a lot. Like, it's one of those things that I don't really care about because it's not you guys that need to get it. As long as Winter knows what's going on, it's fine, you know? I was posting a parcel at the post office and the post mistress made a joke. I didn't get it. I wouldn't worry about that because the people that are in post offices are often absolute assholes. He's turned upside down. You can't see him anymore. We're back to me now. He's just a boy and he's on fire. Oh, hi, Brian. Happy New Year to you as well. I finished my Pepsi and the plan really was Bolly, but he's being such a cutie. I thought that would make him run, but he's just sitting here. He never lets me hold him like this. There we go. Go on. Okay, I'm gonna want my hoodie back because it's colder downstairs. We don't have a radiator in the kitchen or bathroom. Like, what kind of house is this? Who? Weird. Oh, one sec. I need to get myself situated. And I need to not be perceived while I do so. So I'm just gonna stand here. You're fine where you are for a moment. You're just gonna have to live with it. Okay. Okay, we're adventuring down the stairs. Come with me. I'm tired. Like, I'm actively sleepy at this point. I'm glad it's only a little bit over half hour. I've left my clean washing on the stairs and I keep very nearly falling over it. I remember I put you up here, I have a nicer angle of my shitty fucking face. Okay, so we're praying that I don't require an actual bottle opener. I didn't really need to show you the dishes in my sink, did I? You're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. We're just going with the dishes, okay? I'm really real. You know, I really just keep things true. See, this is the thing. I don't want to open it because I want to just show everybody that I own a bottle of Bolly. I own this. This is mine. I haven't taken any pictures with it. One sec. I'm taking some selfies with it. If I drop this, I'm going to kill myself. Like, I'm not joking this time. If I drop this, someone call 911. I don't want to be seen taking selfies. This is actually quite an alcoholic thing to do, is it not? I'm wearing a t-shirt that says Fire Up the Quattro. People should be able to tell. Okay, that's enough of that. I haven't read the fucking things for a minute. I do experience a lot of situational mutism, but now is not the time, I'm afraid. Like, I'm so sorry to answer something actually serious and then immediately be like, and fuck you, I did not mean to do that. Oh, y'all, not everybody knows the reason. Okay, I'll tell you while I'm opening this top bit. I want to save it, so I want to do this really well, so it's going to take me a minute. So in my absolute all-time favourite TV show, Ashes to Ashes, my main special interest, the best thing to have ever existed, I'm going to use a knife to make it nice. Jean nicknames Alex Bolly because it's a posh champagne. That is what we've got here. It's a really fancy... It's not really fancy. It's usually between like 60 and 70 pounds a bottle. I got this on sale for 43, and that's an absolute fucking bargain and buzzing. And it's basically, it's just a thing, Ashes to Ashes. But then I made a whole big thing of trying various things from Ashes to Ashes, like Garibaldi's and Pink Wafers and just like various 80s things. And my thing for the last 4 years has been that when things are nice again and when I'm safe and when I'm happy, I'm going to get myself a bottle of Bolly. And that's what's finally happening here. And I really desperately want to save this top that says Bollinger. Oh, everything on it is branded. I don't know why I'm being so fucking finicky about it. I really kind of didn't think this day would come, to be honest with you, you know? And it's also mentioned in Spooks. There's like a single episode in series 2 when they're all going out and someone in the background says, we'll get a bottle of Bolly. And I'm like, hey, Keely was there. That's sick. Okay. I don't think it has... I'm not getting like drunk. Yeah, £43 for this. Cork like champagne bottles doing the cork disappeared up and we couldn't find it. It was in our apartment somewhere. Yeah, Ashes to Ashes is the sequel to Life on Mars. It has everybody apart from Sam and Annie in it. £43. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. I agree with you. But it's Bolly. It's Alex Drake's champagne. It's the champagne that Alex and Jean fucking drank together in Luigi's. And I need to try it. And I am scared. Like, literally every... Yo, can someone find me, like, a jewellery artist to make me something out of this? Like, I want a ring. I want to make it into a... Should I make it into... I'm not making... I might make it into a ring. We'll see. Okay. I fucking hate doing this. It smells like champagne, I'll give it that, yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna... I was so... I really... Oh, sorry, I had a panic cough then. I came within like 3 millimeters of whacking that and sending it flying across the fucking kitchen. I do tend to do it well. It just terrifies me every single time. Like, it absolutely fucking petrifies me. But I do it. This is the glass that Ray uses in like one episode in Luigi's for like 15 seconds. I don't count church wine. I don't even remember what the first alcohol I ever tried was. I'm too English for that. I love that I've got like a little Bollinger merch collection out of this. Like, you're absolutely going to see all of this in my little fucking Ashes to Ashes shrine from now on. I'm so scared of trying this. I'm so scared of owning this in general. I'm so excited. Okay, let's pour it. I'm not doing a full glass. We're just gonna... to there. Sorry, I absolutely froze then. I was wondering, is there a thing? Because I know that with like red wine, you let it air and you're meant to like drink out of like a certain shaped glass. This doesn't matter, does it? Like, I don't own a champagne flute. It's not like I can put it into a better glass. But does it matter? Yes, bitch, finally fucking showed up. You're too fucking late. You don't air champagne, it doesn't matter, right? Winter, do you have any fucking like wine toppers? That was my next thing. Do you have like something I can stick in top of that? Is that what this is? It doesn't seem like you're half an hour early when we planned for 9:30, but like, okay, okay. This. Oh, yeah, bitch. I meant to do something to it. No, I've poured it. I've sorted it. I just don't. I don't want to leave it open on the side because it's gonna like go flat and it's posh. I had to pump it. What do I do? Oh, see, I'm not going to be able to put cork back in. That's well bigger than the top of it now. Use a tea. How would I use a teaspoon? Put a spoon in it. It could well be a 007 drink. I've never watched a James Bond movie. I'm going to put cling film over it. We're blanking winter because they showed up late. And we're putting cling film over it. Otus is hovering like I didn't give him his dinner, but I know I did because I specifically left his bowl out so that when I'd had a little drinky drink, I would know that I had given him his dinner. Oh my god, fucking calm. Perfect. Let's take this and go back where it's dark. You just need a special cook. I'm not going. I mean, I might. I guess I might drink it all tonight. I'm not intending to drink it all tonight. We're gonna go upstairs and do a taste test now, and I won't lie to you. As a working class northern person, I'm pretty sure my end observation is going to be that it tastes like champagne. Ugh. Yeah, cling film over a £43 bottle of Bolly is a vibe. We're going to try it now. I was just absorbing the aromas. That's really nice. That's really nice. I can't become a Bolly person. Like I'm never buying it again. But while I have it here, I'm going to be enjoying that. That's actually good. I I was really expecting it to go the other way. I wasn't going to be the biggest fan because like champagne's a bit shit, but like for a champagne, I can taste things in it, you know? It's not just like bubbles and white wine. Like that has flavors. So what I'm saying is if anyone wants to take me out on a date, you have to buy a bottle of Bolly. I'm a Bolly bitch now. You should all nickname me Bolly because I'm posh now. Like that's for one. Oh shit! I should put the Bollinger back in the fridge. One sec. I'm sorry. I'm leaving you that. I'm putting it in the fridge. Sorry, I also realised I needed to pee. Imagine if I'd missed midnight just peeing on my own. I do quite like a Prosecco. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath from the stairs, I won't lie to you. Proper ran up them then. See, I agree with you on some things. Like, I tried an expensive mustard, and I'm always going to have that expensive mustard now because it's like £1 more than my normal one. Promise you, I'm not buying a bottle of. I might buy another bottle of Bolly at some point, but it's always going to be a big special occasion thing, I swear. Cut to like 4 years' time when I'm a millionaire, and I'm just like, oh yes, I have Bolly with my breakfast and Bolly with my lunch. Pray for me. Let's manifest. Prosecco isn't even that spenny over here. I'll get you some fucking Prosecco, dickhead. Monthly Bolly. Making it through the week is a special occasion. I put effort in every single week. I have to survive every single fucking week. Alright, you can buy it then. I've treated myself too hard, and the heating has made me able to wear short sleeves in my own home. I should go and turn it down now, actually. One sec. I dared to put it all the way up to 19 degrees. Lol, I'm not sure what my posh accent is because I don't feel like it's a posh accent. Like, in my mind when I'm doing it, I'm Keely Hawes, but I can also hear it as it comes out my mouth, and I'm like, you're someone. Like, maybe a scullery maid? Like, no. Oh, see, I remember to turn lights off, but I'll be sat here like sweltering, and I'm like, my fucking eating, and absolutely panic. And it's like throwback to the SpongeBob caveman meme. I used to have a laptop that I just like used as a hot water bottle because it was so hot, and I'd just be like scrolling on Tumblr that warming up my thighs. It was the time. Oh, I was not asking if my normal accent is posh. I meant the accent that I do when I'm like, oh, a bottle of Bollinger with my breakfast in the morning. Like, that was worse. That was worse than the last time. But that was what I was talking about. I was not in any way trying to say my normal accent's posh. Don't worry. It's very northwest. I mean, I think so. Yeah, you don't get shit, babes. I reckon Bolly would go well with like, oh, do you mean just a bowl of Rice Krispies? Because I was thinking I could go for a Rice Krispie cake right now. Like, I do on occasion. I say that I quite often experience selective mutism, and I hate it being called that, but I'm aware that it is, and it's the right term and everything. It's it's my main fucking struggle with actually integrating with society because, like, if I try and make a phone call, I can't speak. If I'm in a fucking job interview and I get too overwhelmed if they ask me a question that I haven't prepared for or something, I can't fucking speak. If I miss my train and can't get home, I'm too overwhelmed and I can't fucking speak. It's real fun. Is there any plans on what anyone's doing the second it turns midnight? No, I think I am going to hang out here for like 15, 20 minutes post midnight, but I want like a relatively early night, I think, instead of milk. You know what? If it's still in my fridge in 3 days, we'll get some Rice Krispies in and give it a go. How did me and Winter become friends? I so wish I could just pass this off onto them. They're so good at chatting. I was working at Comic Con with a guy called Dave, and he kept introducing me to people that he thought I might be friends with. To be fair, he tried really hard to set me up with some friends, and I kept meeting people and be like, yeah, they seem lovely, I'm never speaking to them again. And Winter was one of the many, many, many people that he introduced me to, so I could make friends. And then, what, like a year and a half, 2 years later, we actually made friends. Because like we were really busy with like their family dying and my family dying and me disowning my family and leaving my horrible ex. Like I was real distracted, and then we hooked up. I keep using hooked up as like got in touch, and I remember that people use hook up as like hooked up, and like we did not do that because they're old, they're ancient. It's not gonna happen. I did that with one friend and it was horrible. We're not doing it again. I'm not mean. Yeah, we just ignored each other for a year and then we were like, oh, it's very good. Yes, we're the same person. Right? And I feel like they're very different. Like, there's different vibes to either one, even though they're the same thing. Cheesecake slices. I thought I was getting lucky with root beer and lollipops while I was in LA. Cheese. Oh, no. Not even cheesecake. I misread. Just straight up cheese. That's the shit. That's the shit that would make me stop being vegan. I won't lie to you. That would, yeah, I would go for that. Christ. Oh. Everyone acts like I'm so mean. It's just that winter makes me comfortable. They act like it's because I'm too young and not like the fact that they're like literally the crypt keeper. Like they move and dust comes out. Like THC pot noodles. How do I get onto this shit? How do people find this stuff, Matt? Oh, you live in legal places, don't you? I need to move to a legal place, y'all. Oh, see, 21.5 is a bit warm. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I'm not mean. I'm to the fucking point. I'm just really honest. Because people that say that are always so kind. They're always so empathetic and nice. You really can infuse anything. QPR is queer platonic relationship, right? Oh, come on, you're not that cool. It's like, it's more like the elves. It's more like you're Elrond, and you're like, why the fuck are these hobbits here? But you're not even really quite as cool as Elrond. You like the trees. You like Treebeard. Yeah, you're the trees, Winter. They are also Queen Park Rangers, to be fair. Why do I know that? Why do I know that why do I know that that's Queer Park Rangers? Is that the football team that Eddie supported in Bottom? Is that why I know that? It's random. Yeah, you have an Ent vibe. Like, I'm glad we've managed to get to it. You've been deciphered, bitch. I could get used to someone buying me Bolly. I could get used to someone being nice to me. It'd be really lovely. Like, I'd really enjoy if at some point in my life I could get used to people being kind. God. The hobbits, the hobbits, the hobbits, the hobbits. I like the temperature in my house to be somewhere around 19. Any hotter than that, and I'm too hot. Any colder than that, I'm too cold. But I'm not someone who minds just like putting on a jumper or getting into bed, quite frankly. Like, I'm not that fussed. My birthday is in March. An agenda? I'm also very scared of there always being an agenda, but I think honestly, I'd rather just get fucking hurt again for the chance of it being nice than like block things out. I thought Eddie was a QPR fan. I'm an Aries. I don't know what it means. I've said this in a different live stream, but I got so upset that that my mother died without me talking to her, purely no other reason than the fact that I don't know what time I was born, so I can't find out what like my like big three were in astrology. I There's other reasons that I was slightly upset about the situation with my mother, I swear. It's no birthday, but come New Year, I'll have been on testosterone for 7 years. Your beard growing is so good. Nah, like that near enough is a birthday. That's like a birthday of your real self. Fucking go you. That's exciting. You have a March birthday too, and a Scorpio. Yeah, I'm right at the end of March. My birthday's March 28th. Do your birth. I haven't seen my birth records. I don't know how I would find those. I have my birth certificate that don't have time I was born on it. I What did I miss for Winter to be going off about fucking Stranger Things? What did I miss? Who mentioned my best friend's special interest? No one said shit, Winter. Like, stop just bringing up your stuff. Oh no, I've missed where I was now, and it's entirely Winter's fault. See, I was born in a hospital. It says the hospital on it. It does not say the time that I was born. Like I assure you, I've looked at my birth certificate. I'm 27 years old. I know that I was born between 10 and 11 p.m. because my mum told me that much. But she also didn't remember what time I was fucking. I'm sorry. I forget a lot of dates and times and stuff. I really think that I would remember the time that I birthed an entire human being into the world. Like, I'm sorry, I feel like that's something I would fucking remember. But like, okay. I've got my original birth certificate. It just someone made a singular reference to your little gay boy. To be fair, I take the piss out of Stranger Things because Winter loves it so much, but I also actually really actively like Stranger Things. So it would be really fun to like maybe do a rewatch of that at some point on the Discord or something. I had to get out. Like, sorry, Rick, your comment really got me. Like, it starts off as such like an ordinary comment of like, oh, I would have been born in March, but was born in January instead. But first, again, like, fair enough. I had to get out. I love that. It smelled bad. You did hear Stranger Things. Fucking hell, Winter, you are ancient. See, the thing is with that as well, like, I'm aware that there's people here that are like near on double Winter's age, and like, y'all ain't old. Like, it's nothing to do with their age, it's the fact that Winter's ancient. And like, they could be 3 days older than me, and they would still be the oldest, most decrepit human on the planet. That's just Winter. That's not their age. It's just the way they are as a person. I swear I like them. Like, I do tell them I like them as a person. I swear to God. She could have her own birthday. That's valid. That's fair. Like, if it was the 27th of March and I was like 9 months pregnant, I would be like, you're coming out today or you're not fucking coming out. Like, we're not sharing a birthday. See, I don't like the whole like astrology star signs thing because as an Aries, people are always like, oh, you're so stubborn. Like, you must be so fiery. You must be this and that. And like, I'm a people pleasing pushover. I'm very easy to manipulate. If you tell me do that thing and I'll be happy, I will do that thing to make you happy. Like, I don't get like, I don't know. I think I've been like, beaten down by trauma. Like, maybe naturally I am like a bit more stubborn. I don't know. Oh, so, I read the comment that I can't find it again now. Where did you go? Hospitals are like casinos sometimes. You don't know what time it is outside. And I read it in the same way as that fucking life is like a box of chocolates. You never know which one you're gonna get. And I was like, I don't get the life message. There wasn't one, it's fine. I don't remember which one's Will and which one's Mike, because I was there for the lesbian, the male lesbian, the male lesbian's child, and Winona Ryder. Oh, do you actually know like Lunar New Year things? I'm born in 1997. What's my animal? What year am I of? Oh, July 4th, like a fun. I mean, I say that I don't actually know what degree America celebrates July 4th. Is it June 4th that you're? No, it is July 4th you'll celebrate, right? But isn't it? I mean, come to think of it, I think no. That's does the fucking Addams Family movie focus on Thanksgiving or the fourth? It's Thanksgiving, isn't it? They have a turkey. Carry on. Just ignore me. Like I know it's my live and you're all here to see me, but just ignore me. 20-somethings over here giving 30-something shade. And the fun thing is that when I'm a 30-something, I'm going to be able to shade you for being the 40-something. Like it just keeps going like that because time's linear, unfortunately. Although, to be fair, I really hope at some point in time isn't linear for me. So maybe after I've like done some time traveling, I'll come back to this exact spot in the same way that like Rose tried to but failed and ended up a fucking year out, dumbass. But I'll come back to the right time and just be like 50 years older. That'd be fucked, wouldn't it? That'd be well fun. Some people were born old. Like Benjamin Button. Oh, I would choose if I could choose when I was having a baby, I would choose April 1st. Imagine messaging everyone like, just had a baby. Like, yeah, sure, babes, of course you did. I'd love that. Oh shit, yeah, it's 10 minutes to go. I completely forgot why we were here during the last few minutes. A wood dragon and fire oxes? Does that mean that I shouldn't get too near them? Am I gonna set them on fire? Oh wait, am I? I don't know what the. I don't know what I asked about. I'm a rabbit as well as an ox. Metal rooster, good. A wood rat. Yeah, I'm here to drink Bolly and chat shit, and I've almost finished my fucking Bolly. So, does anyone else like regularly think about the IT cloud? Because, like, I'm sorry, but I do. Yay, I'm here now. I attempted to have a nice night out, but didn't succeed. Big ass vibe. The fact that you're here, I'm kind of assuming that you saw the video not that long ago where I went to a Christmas cabaret and did the exact same thing. So you definitely do not need to feel bad. I'm glad to have you here. And fingers crossed you have a bit more fun than you would have done at the event that you weren't enjoying anyway. Well done to you for leaving. I also forget why we're here and just started making a sandwich. See, the thing is, I eat moldy bread, okay? I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I eat moldy bread all the fucking time. I barely ever fucking manage to finish a loaf of bread. So I just pick off the moldy part. And I know, realistically, the spores are all up in there. I've been shoving it in and out of a bag for fucking days. Like the spores and the bacteria and all the bad stuff for you. It's all in there now. Like it's all over all of it. If I can't taste it, if I can't see the green bit, it ain't moldy, okay? Like, that's the way it is. See, it does have some problematic jokes. I would like to re-clarify the parts of the IT card that I think about. I think about Amelia Bulmore's face in that meeting with Jen that she's in. She's only in like one scene. I just think about Amelia Bulmore like quite a lot, actually. I didn't fancy Amelia Bulmore because she was Alex's mum, and that reminded me of my mum, and it was a bit. But then Jill Murray, like, if you give me some woman and you're like, she's a woman, she's a mank cop with a little mank accent, she's got a drinking problem, and she's a DCI, what am I meant to do? What was I meant to do? Obviously, I adore her. So I think about that part quite a lot. I think about the street countdown, specifically the part where all the people like do the that part. And I think about when Moss is like, I came here to drink milk and kick ass. I just finished my milk. I'm shit at quotes. It might not actually be that. But I think about the concept of what I think it is really like quite like 3 times a week. Like a lot. Like quite a lot. I've missed a load of shit. I've missed so much stuff. Moss is my spirit animal. When Moss has that... Oh shit, we're getting really close. Okay. When Moss runs through the park with his little backpack, and when Moss talks about how he doesn't answer the door because why would you do that? Yeah. I'm gonna eat me mouldy bread. Okay? I'm gonna eat me mouldy bread. Mouldy bread and just fucking suffering with... I cut the mould out. I pull it out, like, with my finger. I could start keeping the bread in the fridge, Christopher. Like, that's not a bad fucking call, actually, there. I don't think the mould wants me to think. I think it wants to take over my brain. And you know what? If someone else is willing to have it, I don't want it. Like, someone else can deal with it. You keep... See, I used to keep bread in the freezer so I could have an emergency toast when I needed it, but I very rarely have emergency toast anymore. I'm not a big toast person. I used to be. I always think that you wouldn't kill a policeman and steal his hat and take a dump in the helmet and then give it back to his grieving widow. I always think that that's Mitchell and Webb look, and it always shocks me when it's not. And also, well, now that you've started the conversation about Mitchell and Webb look, does anybody else remember the dream wife sketch? Because that's my dream. She really is my dream wife. I wish more people knew about that sketch. That's everybody's homework for in 4 minutes when it hits midnight and I immediately just leave the stream. Don't even joke about it, Chloe. Jesus fuck. What the fuck, Pete? Like, you two are the closest people to me here other than Winter. You're saying this shit about me. What the fuck? I'm gonna delete the fucking Discord, Christ. You're all getting too comfy. I will post the sketch in the Discord. Oh. Thank you. I'm sorry I flinch every time someone buys stuff and does a nice thing. I'm sorry. I know that I should just say thank you and be grateful instead of being like, oh Christ, you've done something kind for me. I don't think the mould's making me a worse person, okay? Maybe it is doing something. I don't think the mould's making me worse. What if that's the cure, actually? What if I'm doing the best thing for me? It's just penicillin. I'm allergic to penicillin. I'm really nervous that I'm not going to notice when it turns midnight. Should we get, like... There's got to be somewhere that it's up, like BBC News. Like, there's got to be a New Year countdown. If I just search New Year countdown... BBC? I don't know where to go for it. Hi, Phobal Moan. Oh, it's less than 60. I'm not going to have time to look up the countdown. It's just going to change on my laptop. I'm just going to be like, there we go, guys. I feel bad, but it's just... It's not available on iPlayer. We don't get any fucking drop. I can't do a countdown. I don't know how long it's going to be. It's stressing me out. Oh my god. Shit. If I click on... Oh, I thought if I clicked on my fucking little clock area, it might give me a cat. I don't know why I thought Apple was going to provide me with a fucking secondary, like, by-second countdown. I'm just not going to know. It's just going to change all of a sudden. I'm just going to have to stare at it until it changes. I can't, okay? Oh, thank God, no, thank you. Do me the fucking countdown. Let's go. I don't know what the time delay is. It's not going to work. It's not going to be... Oh, God, it's just random numbers. It's changed. Happy New Year. It's fucking done, okay? Christ. I should have known because all the fireworks started going up outside. God. That was the most stressful minute of my entire fucking 2024. My heart's pound. That was the most stressed I've ever been on the fucking internet. Oh, Happy New Year, everybody. I hope this one's a bit kinder and nicer to us all. Fuck, I need to calm. That really stressed me out. I'm taking a moment of silence for myself. Christ. Oh, that really freaked me out. That's the first year I've done without a countdown, though. I feel like I've freed myself from some sort of like societal constraints. Oh. Oh, happy birthday, Winter! I'm definitely the first fucker to say it this year, bitch! Everyone say happy birthday to Winter. Everybody get in before their other friends. Oh, fuck you, Chloe. Time's an illusion. It's not even real. Oh, Christ. It feels like it's been 25 minutes since that happened. How is it only a minute past midnight? Oh, bye, Mobile Moon. Thank you for being here. Oh, I'm really enjoying seeing how many of you are saying happy birthday to Winter. Fucking go. Oh, no, Pete. 2027 is your year. I'm going to get more Bolly. I'll be back with you in a minute. I love that I get to say that. I'm returning. I hope that I just left all the attention on Winter for a minute there, to be fair. I didn't fall down the stairs, okay? I just walked down them, jeez. I think it might be the fireworks, actually, now you've said it. No, I've done okay. I got my barley. I didn't even say Bolly properly then. I have a lot of accent issues where I just don't know how to say things with my accents. My singular accent I have. My one accent. My hair looks weird. I have this one fucking tuft of baby hair that goes into like the tightest fucking coiled ringlet. And it looks so weird. I swear I'm going to have to buy a flat iron just for that one bit. I need to go and get an actual haircut, to be fair. I found a hairdresser that I actually liked. It's not even that hard anymore. It just costs me money. Yeah, the fireworks are literally surrounding the fucking house. Every fucker in these like surrounding streets. I swear to shit, there is like 2 people on every like it's pissing it down as well. 2 people on every fucking street and in every fucking alleyway. There's no need for it. It really annoys me. I'm sorry. Right, okay, this is. You can tell I'm pissed now, like it's just coming out. I can't drink shit out of glass bottles because it clanks against my front teeth because, like, they're quite sticky outy. I've got quite a lot of tooth going on at the front there, and it clangs against them. I'm convinced I'm gonna break a fucking tooth off, and it scares me. So I can't be the cool bitch that's like drinking out of the bottle. God, I would look cool in this live stream if I was actually doing that, but it's not the life for me. I'm so scared. Got up and went and gave all the women in the house a kiss on their head for New Year's. I like that you included the clarifications that we didn't already know. Fireworks technically illegal, but it won't. To be fair, I have no idea what the fucking firework laws are in the UK. Because why would I look into it? Because why the fuck would you want it annoys me because it's like obviously I'm having sensory issues. I don't fucking enjoy this noise. Obviously, loads of people have fucking PTSD and war-related shit and just generally don't like loud fucking noises. Loads of people have pets. There's just way more reasons to not have fireworks than there are to do them. Like it gets on my nerves. Oh no, in the UK, see the thing is as well, like we have tiny yards here. Like I know a lot of like other countries say yard to mean like garden. I'm talking like for the most part in this area, you step out your back door and you have like 4 to 5 feet of space. You know, like it's a very small little concrete area. So people go into the streets or into the alleyways to do it. And the thing with that is that it's fucking concrete, so you can't like stab it in anywhere. So I also get really scared that one's gonna like come through my window and start going off in my house. Like I have so many fucking anxieties and fears. It's coincidentally, guess who's showing up? I swear he arrives when I get anxious. Like, he just shows up. Even as a firework baby, what's that, like a pub kid? Like, you are the people whose parents did it. Oh, I am just really. I'm sorry, I've gotten a fucking WhatsApp message from. I mean, someone's messaged the group chat that I have on WhatsApp, and I actually like them, so. I'm sorry to literally be on my phone all fucking live. I feel like someone's like disinterested boyfriend. It's gonna be real quick. I'm sorry, I just need to tag my American friends so that I can make a joke about how I hope no weird English people just like show up at their house this year. Because like that's the thing, like sorry, the chat there's suddenly an entire new chat. I forgot that you guys were going to be there. I'll see you later. I'm not gonna stick around too much longer, but I am still currently having fun, so we're gonna go for a little bit longer yet. I also feel really bad for keeping Chloe around at this point because you moderate for me and you're amazing. But I do kind of feel like the later I stream, the more you're forced to be here. You're forced to be here as my friend at this point. You saw how I am with Winter. Like you're 3 weeks away from that. Like I didn't even pay attention to how I typed then. I don't even want to think about how I just typed. I am lucky at least in that Otus like does not give a shit what happens outside the house. Like if there's something loud happening in the house, he's freaking out and he's scared. If it's outside, he's just like, oh, good for you. Like you're a very chill, cool little cat. Yeah, you're perfect. That's the thing, he's perfect, like genuinely. You know, like sometimes he's a little bit naughty, but even when he's naughty in such like a little like cheeky champ way that I'm like, oh go on man. You know, like he's just the most flawless, perfect little man. Like he's just funny. I just really like him. Oh, so much gratitude for me, so much gratitude for you guys. Oh, friends do support friends, but I'm not used to it. New Dana overlords. I want a costume if that's it. I'm sorry, I just had like 7 thoughts in a row. I was gonna be like, I want a costume if I'm gonna be an overlord, and then I wanted to be like, I want a costume like fucking Gary Oldman has in The Fifth Element, and then I was gonna be like, wait, isn't he Space Hitler? And I was like, no, I definitely like I've watched the behind the scenes. I know he's meant to be Space Hitler. I don't want a Space Hitler outfit. I just want like a cool little like spacey outfit. And then I'm like, I can have that without being an overlord, can't I? Oh, people keep doing it. People keep doing it. By which I mean, thank you very much. It's it really is really really kind of you, and I don't participate in many lives, and I don't really know what I'm supposed to do when it's the fucking Bolly fun again. Battling for my birthday. Maybe that'll be my thing. Actually, maybe that can be my thing. My like compromise can be that I get Bolly in for like New Year and my birthday. Hiding cat. That's the other nice thing about Otis is that because I've had him since birth, like he's really used to me just being like, I need 10 minutes with my face in your tummy, like please, and he just lets me. Like that's the thing is like I know people. I don't understand why people get so weird about people having support animals. I think it makes complete fucking sense. that lots of people with various types of disabilities would have various types of support animal. And I do think that in some ways, from just like existing as like a quite anxious autistic person, I have like just naturally trained him to be a level of like a support animal. Like he really like figures it shit out for me. He's a really good little guy. Dana Scullery mates. I have no idea how any of this works, Astral. I'm sorry. I'm very impressed when other people figure it out. I wish that a human person would look at me the way he looks at me, but also like I don't do it on lives because I don't want you to think that I'm like freaky for my cat, because I promise you I'm not. But like I look at him sometimes and he looks at me, I look at him, and he looks at me. I'm just like, we are soulmates. Like we truly are. Like he is the perfect man for me. And the reason that works is that an actual man would never be my fucking soulmate. Oh, thank you for joining level 3. I'm not sure anybody's joined my level 3 yet. And also, you're actually going to get to see that different people have my different foot streams now. That's actually really fun. Oh, he's gone. I feel like he knows when I'm like, I mean, he definitely does fucking know when I'm doing stuff, because like normally when he comes and sits on me, I'm just in silence watching something. Oh Christ, Winter's FaceTiming me and it's coming through everywhere. I'm sorry, I'm sure you guys heard that. That was horrifying, bitch. Hi. So my phone literally died right then. But... One sec, let me mute the... Then, because as I told you guys, Winter's in hospital, and the nurses came in and made them all a little birthday cake with like a little fake candle, because like they can't have flames on the wall and shit. Oh. Syringe and paper. They can actually blow it off. Show it and I'll show it again. Okay, they're watching. So see the little paper candle? How that is actually adorable. That is so nice of them. Like they taped it all together and they hand painted each little flame. Oh. And they made me a card. I'm so glad people are actually being nice to you in real life when you're but I'm gonna mute you guys again, sorry, 1 minute. I will be with you guys in a sec. Winter's gonna show us. Winter's gonna let us know how good the cake was. They're gonna give it a little try. I literally think they went out and bought me a red velvet cake, because like this is not a hospital cake. It looks like it. Oh. That's really good. They literally went out and bought me. It's good. Their birthday cake's good. I'm so glad someone did something for you. I felt so bad not having anything organised. Well, I mean, the possibility is there in here. It's not like I told them I was gonna bless.
I can't believe I made it so I could blow it out. I'm just, oh my god. I'm keeping that forever.
As you should, that's adorable.
They got little markers and this is my favorite nurse who came in with it too, and then all the other nurses came in saying, and I started crying.
Okay, I really should go, honey pie. I love you.
I love you so much. My phone is dead and not charging, which is why I'm calling you on the iPad.
Just come on the iPad. Christ, work around things.
I am so tired.
That's fair. I love you.
I love you. Tell everybody in chat thank you. It was really nice to see just like a flood of birthday messages. Oh my god.
Ash, you deserve, bitch. I love you so much. I'm going to actually go. Oh, I miss you. It still looks so cute as it's faded as well.
Like, it's faded, but like, it looks so cute. It looks like a video game character.
Even the colours that it's faded to are cute. You look so good. Like, especially for being in hospital. You look great. Like, fuck.
Thank you. Look at me now that I'm hydrated.
Stunning.
Moisturized. Literally staying in my blood.
You're just like, moisturize me.
No, I've been making that joke and nobody knows Dr. Who, and it makes me sad.
They're in London. Fix it.
No way.
Okay, I am going though. I love you so much. You're the best. Oh, that's my one family call that I have to do, and it was actually pleasant, so I'm happy. That's the thing, is like everyone's always like, oh Dana, it's so sad that you don't have family. And I'm like, I was way sadder when I had them, buddy. Like, it's a lot better now. Quite frankly, I think that everybody who comes into the chat within the next like year should have a fucking membership at this point. Like, you guys have been very generous and kind in just purchasing memberships for like everybody. And I love seeing how many people have my little foot stream, and it's just delightful. Oh god, no, I hate winter. They just really irritate me. That's the thing, like I say 2 nice things to them and I'm like, I must replace it with negativity. I gotta fuck them up. Like, they know they're the best person. I don't need to build their ego, you know? I do. Their self-confidence is on the floor. They told me to thank everybody for the birthday messages. See, it's the thing of like, I did have the thought of like, there's a fair amount of people in here. A fair amount of you are probably actually listening. If I tell you to say happy birthday, you're probably going to say happy birthday. And then you did, and there were loads of you. And I imagine it was probably a little bit overwhelming for them, but I'm glad you did. I think a lot of things with the internet, when it's like lots of comments and stuff, it's overwhelming in like a really positive, nice way. I will never stop being mean. Unsub. I will pay you. I'll subscribe to you to continue being mean to Winter. The only Discord message that I've read in the last several hours was Sean saying Hippie New Year, and I enjoyed that greatly. Also, this is very unrelated. Do you reckon I could start getting like, you know, when girlies, like when gay girlies, like Kristen Stewart and people have the like it's not quite a curtain bang. It's a little bit more like mask and alternative. Like, not necessarily alternative, but like maybe like a touch non-binary. Do you know what I mean? When they have like the little like the fringe there, and then like I think Keira Knightley had it at some point. Winona Ryder had the haircut at some point. Who said that bubbles make you more drunk? They really do. Thank you. I fucking have. Why can't I just say thank you? Why do I have to hide immediately? That's so sad. They really do. Like, I'd had like a good amount of vodka. My favourite booze, my favourite alcohol, vodka. It's like okra, but with so anyway, I'd already had like a little bit and been like, I can feel it, you know? Like, I'm not drunk, I'm not necessarily tipsy, but I can feel it. This is significantly lower alcohol percentage. This is 12%. I drink 12% stuff most times that I drink. I don't get this drunk off like an entire bottle of wine. It's wild. Anyway. Yeah, I am essentially actively it's the mold, it's the bread coming back to get me. When I was in year 3. I don't know how old that would make me right now. I can usually figure that out, but I can't currently. I was in year 3 and I had. Do you remember the patchwork fucking elephant? Oh, Harry, thank you. I swear to God, I will learn to stop hiding when people say or do or generally are nice to me. I will learn to stop hiding and smile as is appropriate and say, "Thank you, Harry. That's really kind of you," instead of being fucking weird about it. Because it is really kind of you, and I do really appreciate it, and it is really fucking nice of you, and I've really. Oh, do I get soppy? Is this the moment that I can get a wee bit soppy? Because like year 3 primary school. In secondary school, we do year 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is the one that gets it, to be fair. But I also, like, as you've seen with my literal best friend, the person that I would, like, take a fucking bullet for if I had to. Like, Winter is my ride or die that I would literally do anything to make sure they're okay. You've seen how I treat them. And not how I treat them, but like, I mean, you have, but also how I speak to them and everything. But like, real fucking fast. Obviously, a lot of you guys have been around for a while, but this year especially, I've just felt like so supported by you guys and so understood by people. And like, I've had comments this year that I've like fully had me like sat here kicking my feet. I got a comment earlier that full on had me in actual tears because it was just so fucking nice. And I just didn't really ever think that I would find so many people that are actually like me. You know, like I feel like we've all had the thing where lots of people are like, "Oh, I relate, I totally get it," and then they explain, and you're like, "That's a completely different fucking experience." Like it's all right for us to be different, but you don't understand, you don't relate. It's fucking different. And you guys comment on with like these situations that are similar, and I'm like, "Oh, you get it," and especially talking to you on the Discord and stuff like you get it so deeply, and it's been absolutely fucking delightful, and I love it very, very much. And I'm very glad to have you all around. Like, whether you've just joined or whether you've been here for ages, like, I feel like I really genuinely am finding my community instead of like an audience, you know? Like, it's just really fucking delightful. And especially doing these lives and actually getting to talk to you in time and doing the Discord and everything. Oh, it's. I feel very, very lucky to be getting to do this, you know? I always wanted to like be a YouTuber, and it's fucking delightful. Like I really the last few months I've been like really having the time of my life with it. And I think this year is gonna be like really good for us guys. I think maybe things will be actually nice and fun. Yeah, exactly. Please don't call me inspiring. Stopping drinking because you're scared to become an alcoholic is very fucking valid. Well done for you for doing it. See, the unfortunate thing is that I am very, very naive and very, very trusting. And quite frankly, if anyone lives near me, I would hang out. Like, that's the thing. If you message me like 5 times and don't seem like a creep, I will be like, "Do you know where this place is in town? Let's hang out." Like, I'm so unbothered by things. And I really probably should be, but. I don't want to. It's the thing of like I need to get better at accepting compliments and not being so fucking weird about it. Because on the one hand, I'm aware that a lot of people don't put themselves out on the internet in the way that I do. But then like I also like it's weird having people call you inspiring. Like I'm just talking shit about my little life. Oh, Henrietta, you're gonna have me cry, and I'm not. That's the one thing I'm not crying on a live stream. I promise you that. There's a lot of things I'll do on a live stream. Ask me to flash. Don't. There's a lot of things I'll do on a live stream, but I'm not going to cry. Things will keep getting better. It's on the up. I swear to God. Like it's so nice. Oh, fuck you then. I still haven't fucking listened to Do Hast. I'm sorry. In my head at this point, you're Mish. That's the noise that my head makes when I read your name. I swear to fucking God, at some point, I will learn your goddamn motherfucking name. And I will say it appropriately. I will say it properly. I will pronounce it the way that it's fucking pronounced because I do think that's a sign of respect. But it's hard on the internet. Didn't you at some point suggest that you were going to like do a sound clip on your fucking Discord and tell us how to pronounce your name? Do it. Do it. Just tell us. I don't know why whenever I zone in on an audience member it's you. I'm really sorry. Like I'm constantly actually I'm gonna bully someone. It's gonna fucking be you. How am I meant to bully Pete? Like, Pete seems vulnerable, you know? See, this is why I shouldn't make friends with the audience, because suddenly I'm like, what if I'm an asshole to them? See, the thing is, like, as much as I do talk to you guys, I consider some of you friends and everything, at the end of the day, we don't know each other in real life. You are technically strangers. So I do believe the compliment you leave me, because, like, why would you bother lying to a stranger? You know? Like, we don't, as a rule. Accepting them's different. Like, I do believe yous. I just don't accept it, you know? I think I probably am going to do a live stream every month, to be fair, or maybe a slightly more regularly. I don't want to promise anything right off the bat, because I am, like, making various plans, and I don't want to, like, overwhelm myself or start loads of things all at once. But I really fucking enjoy doing this. Like, I really, really do. It's really great. Also, yeah, it is a case of, like, maybe we don't know each. I was about to do a full Glinda and be like, strangers are just people that I haven't met yet. This channel helped me put a lot of feelings into words. I really get it. Oh. You should check out the Discord. I don't want to pressure anyone into the Discord, because I know that for a lot of people it's not the thing, you know? Like, I get it. No one's pressured to. You do not have to. I've just been enjoying the Discord so much and think it's such a nice place that, like, I want to invite people to it, you know? But it's I don't know. I would too. Oh, you'd pencil it in. I think maybe starting with a fortnightly one. Wait, Americans don't have fortnights, do you? A fortnight's 2 weeks. And maybe, like, twice a month could be really nice. You know, like, once at the start and once halfway through, maybe. I don't know. I will definitely be incorporating this into, like, my regular content, just because I've been enjoying it. And, like, the whole point of YouTube has always been that I like it here. I like YouTube, you know? Like, people are strange when you're a stranger. So glad to have found your channel. Hey girl, recent subscriber. Yeah, I caught the live. Hi, Farah. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's all good. It can still feel a little bit lonely, and Discord is kind of scary. Like, obviously, like, joining this Discord has been a little bit easier for me, because you're all, like, somewhat aware of me as a person, so I can be like, I can do my normal little jokes and just not have to, like, mask so much, because, like, I trust that you have an awareness of the way that I am as a person, so I get that it is easier for me than it is for, like, the other people joining, perhaps. Like, it does feel. I've joined a lot of Discords that I never fucking commented in, like, I get it, but I also think it's a really nice, safe place, and I really desperately hope that other people feel safe and happy there and everything, you know? You know that I'm not going to know what fucking PUBG is. Like, I barely know what Fortnite is, and it annoys me that Americans will think of it as the game instead of every 2 weeks. No new friends. It's the real ones only that are in there now. I don't even know what Discord is. I don't know. It's not really a social media, because you don't, like, follow people. It kind of just I have no idea how to explain it. Can someone else explain it, please? It just feels like a big group chat for me, with multiple topic channels. I joined the Discord, but I have no idea how to use it. Yeah, you're getting some good explanations there. Player unknown battlegrounds. I still don't really understand what that is, but okay. What kind of DS? Like, Dana, you might be I am very old. I'm a full ass 27. No job, no prospects. No, but for real though, I have a DS Lite. Will that work? That's the only gaming thing that I own. I have a DS Lite that I got for Christmas when I was like 9 or 10. Yeah, it's just like a giant group chat, and you can have servers with many channels. But I'm just repeating what people have said in messages. There's no reason for me to be talking at this point. Yeah, I do worry about Discord, like, not going the best way. I do think at some point I'm probably just got to invite the people that I enjoy talking to most to a WhatsApp group chat and just treat them as my new group of friends. Is it the healthiest? Is it the smartest? I don't fucking know, but I think it's what I'm gonna do. I've met some really great people. I'm like, yeah, this is working. So to be fair, I didn't know the internet existed until I was like 9 or 10, and even then I didn't really understand what it was like about. See, someone else that's 27 with just a DS Lite. Fucking go us. That is the real shit. You have to give respond. Chloe, do I have to respond to people? I don't have to respond to people. Like, people just join all the time. Oh, you have a DSI. Discord has direct messaging and group chat that aren't servers limited to 10 people. Oh, you have to react to the rules. There you go. That's... I have no fucking clue. I don't know. Ask Chloe. Chloe, like, sorry, I feel rude using people's real names, and I just completely forget. I assume that people have their like username because they want people to use that. But yeah, Uninvisible Girl has like sorted absolutely everything. Nothing would have happened without her. Most helpful person in the fucking universe, as far as I'm concerned. Like, absolutely go off for the absolute love for them. Yeah, like, it doesn't feel like there's any pressure to respond, and it feels like that's the thing is like this Discord feels very different for me because you all people that have like an awareness of me or whatever. Like, I have joined other like autism community Discords before that I just didn't like, as much as like they were talking about things I should have been invested in and should want to reply to, I just didn't answer. Like, that's the thing is like I've always sort of wondered how like because there's a lot of like sort of like online autistics, you know, like there's a lot of autistic people that have like these vast online worlds and lots of online friends and things like that. And I've always just like massively wondered how people manage that because I've never felt comfortable like responding in like public forums of any sort, including Discord and things like that. Like, it's purely that I feel like I know so many of you guys that I'm able to like just be myself in the way that I am in the Discord. Like, I'm always so scared of making jokes and having people misunderstand me and just like so much shit, you know, like I'm a very fucking anxious person, but I also feel like y'all are just very safe people, and I felt like, but again, like it's all people that have been like brought together because of my videos, so it is different for me than it is for like the general person joining. It's I don't know, it's just a nice fucking place. I'm enjoying it. That's the thing is I think a lot of the time I don't want to say I overthink things because I think a lot of things require that level of thought for me to not fuck up. But then, like, other times I do just massively overthink things. I get way too into it and think about it too much. When in reality, it's just a case of, I'm having fun. You know, like, that's all that really matters. If things really go to shit, I can just make my own little group chat of the people that I like and delete the fucking server. You know, like, you can tell about a fucking drink. I was gonna be like, realistically, nothing matters. As though everything doesn't matter to me all the fucking time. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm finding it very chill and nice, but I can see why to other people it would feel like a bit much. I also guarantee though, if anyone comes across like generally arsey or a bit mean, like, I don't want to be a fucking dictator, like I've said, but I also, if someone just seems like a bit of a twat, I don't want them there. Like, it's a really nice, safe, comfy little space for me as well. And if someone seems like they're a dickhead, or if someone's like generally making someone feel like they're being mean, like having someone be mean to them or whatever, like, just send them away. Ooh. Yeah, but like really though, like things don't actually matter all that much. Like, we can just figure shit out as it goes, you know? Is Twitch any good? I think he was scratching at something he shouldn't have been. I've never used Twitch whatsoever. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm the only one that gets to be mean. Cause if I'm mean to you, it means I like you. You guys are starting to like understand Northern culture. No, but for real though, in Doctor Who, when Yaz was like, "I'm not gonna be nice to you," like, She was so real. I love Yaz. Yaz is the best. I don't really understand what Twitch is for, to be honest with you. Good night, Lisa. Thank you for being here. I feel like it's mostly for game streaming. Okay, it's 20 to 1. I want to be up at a decent time in the morning because I'm meeting up with a stranger off Facebook to go for a drive in his car. I'm absolutely not getting murdered, I swear. It's gonna be fine. He doesn't need sweeties because he has a quattro. I don't know how to say it without it sounding like fucking dodgy. I swear I think it'll be fine. He seems like a nice fella, honestly. I think I'm gonna have a great time. I'm gonna go. We're firing up the quattro, guys. Anyway, I am. Just Chloe, stop it. I swear I will be so safe. You're the one that started the bread mold combo. I'm gonna send his Facebook profile to the group chat, and I'm also gonna like film while I'm doing it. And I feel like I genuinely think he's a nice guy. I don't think anything bad's gonna happen. I think I'm gonna get to go for a drive in a quattro. Maybe take a few pictures with the quattro would be the dream, and then get dropped back off at home. Like I think it'll be fine. I don't have any friends to take with me. I wish that wasn't so fucking real. I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much for your comment. No one dodgy's ever had a quattro for real. I can chat him up about bread. I've learned how to socialize here tonight, so I'm just gonna like socialize with him. Good night. I'm going. Genuinely, thank you all so much for coming. This has been a delightful night. I've really enjoyed this. I hope we get to hang out again. Extra like different type of thank you to the people that have bought memberships. That's really fucking nice of you. I still don't really know what to do with it, but I do feel like I actively should say thank you to you. It's a big form of support, but also just thank you for being here. I need to shut the fuck up. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you have a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year, and I'll see you again in a couple of days. Oh, there's always an extra button.